my friends. So, let me go ahead and get this guy, and then we'll get this ball rolling. But hopefully not trolling. Here we go. This is actually one of the first things about the game that first caught my eye was the really striking art style and just very stylish kind of presentation to the game. Of course, art style and presentation can only take you so far, but that was the thing that kind of caught my eye. And of course, the name Heart Machine is a developer that is, you know, it definitely has stuff that I've at least enjoyed. So that alone, not that alone, those two things combined, where I was like, yeah, I think I need to give this deal a college try. So that is what we're doing. We got almost said Game and House. Game and Browse in the house. Game and House in the Browse. He says, get us that red bomber, homie. I got you, bud. I got you. It's good to see you, Aaron. And by the way, we're going on a little mini trip with Aaron and his wife, Helen. So myself, Gracie, Helen, and Aaron, the four of us, same group of us that went to Japan back in July. The four of us are taking a little mini trip in about a week and a half or so, about 2 weeks from now, to Chicago. That's gonna be a nice time. So we're gonna do some stuff around there. So gang's getting back together, man. Getting the band back together. Looking forward to it. It'll be a fun trip. It'll be a fun time. Got the hotel locked out, knocked out, locked in. You know what I mean. We got that shit taken care of, and that's exciting. And with that, I think we're all set to jump into Possessors. We got the settings tuned how I like it. Let's jump in. I've got it. Hopefully the audio is at a acceptable level, so if things need to be adjusted, feel free to let me know. Once again, we got a review key for this one through the game's publisher, Devolver Digital, and of course we're going to do normal difficulty. What am I, some kind of chump? Of course normal difficulty. So thank you to Devolver Digital for this review key, so we could give this the old college try. I don't think this game is in early access. I think it is in a 1.0 state. I've heard that there are some things and some critiques as far as like some things needing a little bit more time to cook for this game, but we're going in with an open mind. Dude, I mean, though, it's so stylish. It looks so cool. Now confess, do you pronounce it Possessor or Possessors? I'm not sure. I'll go for the latter, if not just for simplicity's sake. But like, man, what an opening. What an intro, man. What's up, Aleph? Good to see you, dude. We're playing Possessors. Game came out, I want to say like maybe 2 months ago. It's near the end of 2025. Shit. And with that, oh, I can crawl. Okay. Oh, looks like we gained a bit of a... Yeah, that's not good. It following me, though. Let's try to get away. Leaving a blood trail. Ooh, quite the opening, man. A bold open, no question. It's not... Yeah, not good. Let's get to this guy. Although I don't know if we want to get to him. He looks like he's got the horns. You could say that. Hey, is there something going on with your chest cavity? Or your like whatever, where your stomach should be? There's like some stuff exposed. Yeah, we're a little bit fucked up too. What about the rest of you? Are you a doctor? Not quite. I'm kind of like a demon. One of the monsters that just killed, or well, presumably killed, the person she was with. I can make you whole again, though. How can I help you? So you do things that you're good at, and I will heal you. Or maybe we both just die. Wonder who will last longer. We say, fuck you. I promise, bro. You have to carry me home. What does that mean? Alright, fine. But he can't heal himself, I guess, is the idea. But it's a deal with a... Well, with a demon. Not the devil, but a demon. So now we got the horns too? We sure do. Now everyone's horny. We all getting horny tonight, baby. A pocket between the worlds. It brought us here. And I'm trying to hide us here so we can repair your body. I keep my promises, but will you keep yours? Says we need to carry him home. I'm guessing figuratively? Like it's like a metaphor or something? How do you know my name? I'm a demon, bro. In your dimension, I have no body, he says, but I possessed you and made you stronger. So we share a mind. It's almost like it's the name of the game or something. There is somebody that shared something in the Discord server where they're playing one of the newer Deus Ex games, and they're like, "It is the year 2027," and they're like, "That's next year." That's how I feel sometimes, where I'm playing a game and I go, "That's the name of the game." So our legs are... They're like little, not robot, but they're like bone legs. I got the little bone legs. All right, so I can interact with the fire. Oh, it's okay. That's the portal. Okay. Not a big talker, he says. All right. So I think this is a Metroidvania. So we will, I believe, get some like extra cool abilities and powers. No attacks yet. We do have a dodge. Seeing like what does what. So right now, just a jump and a dodge. What's this? Can duck. Yeah, no attacks just yet. You do have a wall jump. Ooh, there's something up here. Oh, but you can't like redirect in midair. At least there's a delay after when you try to redirect. So there's eventually weapons, and eventually specials, abilities, and inventory. Cool, cool. Actually, I might raise the volume slightly just because I think it's a teensy bit quiet, but only slightly. You have a map, and we can place markers. That's nifty. So if now it's weird because it looks like on the map it shows like a thing going down, which is kind of weird. Whereas on mine, it looks like there's a wall that I can't climb, but I slide down it slowly. So I'm going to put a marker here, and also Mr. Warbird, what's up, man? What's up, man? I'm sorry, Warbun. I'm sorry, man. Old habits die hard, man. I'm an old, aging hobbit who's set in his ways, but thank you, Warbun, for that resub. And that's right, happy almost Warbun Day, man. I know you got that birthday coming in hot, which is exciting. I'm going to make a little note that says there's something up there. I don't know what it is. I can see it's like a little... It's got that like Dark Souls soul icon thingy. But happy almost birthday to you, Mr. Warbon. Thank you again for popping in. And thank you for that resub, man. 53 months. 3 months. That's amazing, dude. Thank you very much, my man. Press A to jump. Yep. We got that knocked down. Fulfill the bargain. So we're reviewing the pursuits. And so I see this little something down there. I'm guessing the little diamond icon, like the small little white diamond icon, that means that there's like a little doorway you can go into. Legend. Eyeball. I got the custom marker, of course. I wonder what eyeball means. Looking to see if there's like any additional information about our bargain. Hard to say. I call that a bargain. The best day ever had. So we got some wall jumping, that's right. And then we have a very mangled corpse. Got something cool, Warbird? Perfect. I'll look forward to checking it out, man. That sounds fantastic. Any fun plans for this week since you got that birthday coming in hot? Like if there's like a nice dinner or like anything fun? Got some kitchen knives, by the way. All right. So now I got some weapons. Also, now that I'm like hearing the sound effects, I think I'm gonna lower that audio slightly. So I'm guessing there is... Yeah, it's like multi-directional kind of deal. Can do up air, down air, yeah, all that jazz. I don't know if there's like different combos. I'm like pressing other buttons. Maybe we can unlock some like extra special moves or something. It's hard to say. We have some weapons now. We can break shit. We can break some bad guys. We of course have a dodge button. Ooh, we might just have to use it. Get little trinkets whenever we kill something. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Is there a tell when they're about to attack? Can you do an air dodge? Kinda. It's like a Super Smash Bros. Air dodge. Ow. Where you kind of like just hang in the air for a moment. It says we're failed possessions. They don't know how to control something they've possessed. It's just a random object though? It's desperation. We need a host to survive. No living hosts, and you gotta use whatever dead object you can find, and it's not usually gonna work out, he says. A pot, a stone. Possessing something cold and dead is agony, so it doesn't work out so well. Yeah, that the kind of like little hang in the air. Little staycation, that sounds awesome, man. And you got some streaming and YouTube stuff. That sounds great, man. Any fun games? Any fun games you're planning on playing? Or actually, I would pose that to anybody who wishes to weigh in. If there's any fun games folks are planning on playing. Some kind of like special move ground pound thing. In fact, I'm gonna make a note for that. I'll say like whatever this is here. I'll leave the X thing because that never mind. That means that's just like a cancel. So I'll say exclamation point. Or no, I'll use exclamation point for like there's like something scary. It's all like that to say, well, there's maybe treasure down there. I do appreciate the like sort of 2D. It's 2D like control, but 3D graphics. I do appreciate that detail. Guessing we'll eventually have double jumps. There's an eyeball fella. Wait, is that what that is? Because we know there's like eyeballs in the according to the legend. Oh no, they have a red iris. Okay, so yes, that's just some other thing. I will also put something up here. Put a star up there. I want to know what that is. I appreciate a Metroidvania that lets you leave notes for yourself. Because it's so easy to be like, shit, man, where was that cool thing I saw? And I have an ability for it now, but fuck, where was it? Like, that's always a frustrating situation. Any sort of note-taking up opportunity, I will gleefully accept it. Another, like, little... Yeah, we've seen these. Don't know what they're for or what they do. Oh, I think that was a heal that I just used, because in the top left, we do have a certain number of medic uses. I like that our heal, I think, is us smoking a cigarette. And, I mean, I'm not exactly a doctor, but I'm pretty sure smoking a cigarette is the opposite of healthy. So, I'll say another star thingy down here, whatever that is. 7 Days to Die, Final Fantasy XIV, Dark Tide, all bangers, man, all bangers. But this flesh has a power, he says. Tell me about it. Tell me all about it. Find me this thing's heart. This must be some kind of machine that runs on hearts. Some kind of heart machine. And then the developers, they all cheer. That's the name of the studio, Alex. Need the heart to survive, he says. Throw a whip? Do I have a whip? Ability unlocked. Press and hold right trigger. Oh, that's what the circles are for. Fling for your partner around and around. Beautiful. Press to throw the... Oh, right trigger. Herp derp. Kind of like you can angle it. You can do a little bit of angulars. Actually, yeah, you can do a pretty good amount of control for the whip. And out of curiosity, does that help with this thing down here? No. I'm gonna guess you can also use it in combat. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, do you have to hold it? Yep. Whoop. Whoa! There we go. Nice and easy. So that means I can go ahead and remove... I'm gonna leave that one there, but this one I shall remove. Oh, we got ledge grabs. Very nice, very nice. Got more little trinkets, whatever they do. Eve ho! Oh wait, can I do like a full circle? No, not quite. Woo! I can keep going to the right. I'm kind of curious for what's over this way. There we go. Isn't this game so stylish? It looks so cool. What's up, Jet? Jet, this might be the kind of thing you'd be into. It's a pretty cool and stylish little game so far. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. And for some combat. I like yoink his ass. Ouch. Alright, so trying to, like, yoink him. Oh shit, run button. I'm trying to dodge. I need to heal. Yep, I healed. Like, I need to, like, get behind him. There we go. It's like one hit at a time. Oh, if you gotta hold it and, like, just continue yanking. Oh, there, okay, there we go. That knocked him down. Okay, cool. I think I need more practice with that. Looks like we're gonna get it. You just gotta hold it for a while, and that will, like, open him up. Oh, shit. Yeah, you gotta, like... Oh, yeah. You have to, like, wrangle several of them all at once. This might be a little bit tricky. Way to die on literally the second combat in the game, Alex, but that's okay, because we're learning. Hey, I died. Sorry. They stuck like these demons that we're fighting. Being stuck like that is a fate worse than death, so I shall excuse them with some death. Is it a roguelike? I don't think it is, although it might be a Metroidvania-esque. In fact, actually, I'm pretty sure it is a Metroidvania. And it's by the same devs as Hyperlight Drifter. So it's a Heart Machine-developed game. And it's a Devolver digital published game, so you know it's good. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. We're still pretty early on. Trying to make the object look like themselves. You know any of the demons that suffered this fate? Focus on the task at hand, he says. Alright, so I almost wonder if there's also some Dark Souls isms, because you can see in the top right, I lost all the little, like, little fellows, all the little giblet thingies that I had been collecting. I wonder if I can pick them back up at the site of where I died, though. One way to find out. So here's the portal where we started. Out of curiosity. Alright, so this is still here. Oop. Yeah, so there's nothing up there we can reach just yet. Oh, you can hold it to run. That's cool. Yeah, you run a lot faster after you do the dodge. That's pretty slick. Yeah, because the things I broke have stayed destroyed. We have to fight these guys again. Get over here. Nice. We have to fight these guys again, though. Or was it just the one? It was just the one, okay. Because there was a few of them last time. I think we have to do the same kind of thing. I'm definitely going to survive this time. I'm not going to embarrass myself. We've got the knowledge, baby. There's no block button. There's no block button. It's all dodge and attack, and that's it. We got Grim in the house. What's up, Grim? As I'm lurking for my own gratification. It better be sexual gratification, Grim, or else I don't want to hear it. So here's where I died. And I have to kill my old self to get the globules. I have reacquired the globules. So there is that kind of Soulsborne mechanic of you have to, like, recollect the things that you lost upon death. Get fucked, idiot. And also good to know when they rear up to attack, you can actually attack them in that pose as well. I wasn't sure that would work that way. Oh, big. Oh, yeah, get hecked. Oh, he did the old turnaround. Oh, I can get up inside of his shit. Whoop. It's a 3-hit combo. I'm too fucking good for him. Whip. 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 Get fucking wrecked, idiot. Stupid head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go for the jugular like that. Except, yes, I did, because you're dead. Good shit, man. Good shit. Not too bad, not too bad. I like to think we're getting there. What is my reward for such an endeavor? It's entirely possible that maybe we're not expected to do this combat quite so early. But we done did it because we're gaming, baby. Enjoying someone's content? I know, pretty cringe, right, Meerkat? Imagine. Imagine liking something. Ugh. Gross, man. What's up, Justin? Playing Possessor is really cool little Metroidvania by the same developers as Hyper Light Drifter. It came out, I want to say, oh, can I jump up there? It came out like a month or so ago. Well, maybe even more than that. Maybe like a few months ago. Came out like at the end of last year, I think. Yeah, so I got Chromatic Carbuncle, additional affix, slot to weapons, cool. And then I got this thing. This is a ladder. Now I'm gonna guess. Oh, I think that allows us to climb back down. So I'm gonna remove this one. So if we were to have fallen down in those previous areas, I don't think it would have like killed us. I think it would have just brought us where we were previously. So still no clue on what. Oh, I can attack it now. Okay, now before I do that, I can crouch, but I can't like slide. I don't like have like a. Well, I don't think I do. So I'm gonna make a note for this. Because once again, this is a game where you can leave notes, or at least icons for yourself. There's a limit to how many you can place. Put a star there. Use that thing. Will this eventually break? Maybe it won't. The little blue kind of indicates like it's colliding, but not breaking through. It needs something more. So I shall also make a note. It's weird because this is... yeah. Oh, no, maybe it's not. I was going to say this looks very similar. Well, yeah, it is very similar to where we were earlier, where we started the game. Because I remember noticing this opening and thinking, huh, that's weird. It's actually a wall up here. So it's almost like the map isn't always syncing correctly with, like, certain areas. I do believe that this opening is accurate, so I will leave a little treasure icon down there because there's something down there for sure. But yeah, this is almost assuredly exactly the same on the map. It's showing exactly the same on the map where we were earlier, but when we started the game, I think we were down here. Yeah, we were right here. And it's like, well, no, there's not like an opening to the map, but it's like, it's much further to the left. So it's like a little bit weird. A little bit weird in how it, like shows the map details. So can I deposit the stuff? I can and I do. And I can withdraw it if I want to. I'm not sure why I would want to, but get back out there, he says. And it like makes a little boil, like kind of bubble up a little bit. A little tumor thing. So I don't know what I'm saving these for. I don't know what they do. We'll find out soon. I'll find out soon, my friends. Oh, shit. Get over here. And then he's vulnerable for some bullshit. And some bullshit is what I shall provide to him. By the way, we did get something. Got the whip, yes. But I got like some kind of affix for a weapon. But I guess I can't use it yet. I have to like find things to... Yeah, I think I have to find things to place. I think I gotta find stuff to place in there. So that is what we'll be looking forward to. However, Justin says, Alex, I have a request for some story time. I can just leave the game up in the background. So Justin, you've done the story time redemption once before. You've seen how this works. I will then show you the story time menu. Let's see. Let me just do this. Let me just do this. Let me just hide the game. That way, well, I guess the text thing back there, here, I'll just hide all of it. There we go. I'll hide all of it. So that way it's like really easy to view. So pick a topic of your choosing and I will tell a story. These are all stories I'm comfortable telling. So all of them are perfectly valid. Some of them are stories I've told before, but I'm happy to retell them. And some have never been added, or have never been uttered online in any format. And at some point I need to go through these because there's a couple I would potentially add in here, including the obvious one, a story about the Japan trip. But man, that story, that's like, there's like stories within that story. Like there's so much to tell about the Japan trip. Holy moly. So I'd have to like break it down into subcategories to prevent myself from yammering on for hours and hours and hours. Which, I mean, that's what these streams are, me yammering for hours. But, you know, there's usually other things happening. So it's not just Alex being the center of attention. but there's a good chunk of that. but that does happen. Not to say it doesn't happen. But yeah, in fact, this is a good opportunity, kind of while we're kind of picking and choosing here. One thing I should probably do for some of these is specify things like meeting Grant Kirkhope, meeting Charles Martinet. Say who those people are. Grant Kirkhope is the composer of soundtracks for games like Banjo-Kazooie. He did the soundtrack for GoldenEye, a bunch of rare games from the good old days. Charles Martinet, for the longest time, was Mario's voice actor. So moving my brother to Chicago. So my brother would have moved to Chicago. So I'll backtrack by saying, so I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and my brother is, well, most of my family really has been in the St. Louis area for most of our lives. And I think it was a few years after he graduated college. My brother that I'm referring to is my brother Blake. He's 1 year and some change older than me, so we're really close together chronologically, but also we of course were very close growing up. My parents separated. Well, my parents were never married, but my parents separated when I was like 5 or 6, or maybe 6 or 7. So when I was pretty young, and my brother and I, we have different mothers. So like that like we're half brothers, and the fact that we have our ages are so close together, and yet we have the same dad but different moms, tells you that there was some drama back in those days. But I got to see my dad and my brother Blake every weekend, which is always nice. So my brother and I were always really close, and we've stayed close over the years. And once he graduated college, he worked around in a couple places in the area, but eventually decided, you know what, it's time for a fresh bit of scenery. It's time for, a kind of new beginnings. As I kind of got the impression he was feeling a little bit restless. He got a college degree. He got a political science degree in college, and he's a brilliant person, but I think political science is kind of hard to find. It's hard to get a job with that alone. It's like you almost need like a master's or a PhD. Like you need like a whole bunch of other stuff too. So I think he was kind of frustrated by the limited options here. And then moving to Chicago was a nice opportunity. And also a number of us throughout the years have been to Chicago a whole bunch of times. It's a really cool place to visit. In fact, like I was saying earlier, Helen and Aaron and myself and Gracie, the 4 of us, will be traveling to Chicago in a few weeks. But this would have been probably 2014, I think. Probably 2014, maybe 2015, but somewhere around there. It was a couple years after he had graduated, and I had graduated as well. And yeah, we just kind of picked a weekend. It was like maybe a few weeks or maybe a week or two after he had secured the apartment. We just kind of picked a weekend. It was myself, Blake, my dad, and his mother. My I guess you'd call her my stepmom, really. The 4 of us, drove up to Chicago. It was actually myself and Blake, riding in his car, and then my dad and Vicky is her name. The 2 of them rode separately. So it was actually kind of a nice opportunity, because up until now I had moved out. I had moved to St. Louis. So we grew up in Illinois, which was probably like an hour or so away from where I live now. So like I had moved a little bit further away, so I wasn't seeing them as often. And Blake and I would keep in touch, but I wouldn't get to see him like in person all that much. So this is kind of a nice opportunity. It's like a 3-hour, well, probably more like 4 or 5 hour drive from this part of Illinois to Chicago. So, here was a nice opportunity to take a nice little mini road trip. We'll drive up, listening to music, and just kind of talk shop. My brother in particular, Blake, was always very, very much a music nerd. And I see that positively. He was in a couple of bands throughout the years. Always was into extremely sophisticated music for his age. In middle school, he was listening to like Velvet Underground and Sonic Youth. All this like really, really, like not even indie, but just like extremely alternative counterculture stuff that was extremely influential in the olden days, and like it's Sonic Youth in the 90s in particular. But yeah, nowadays that's the kind of stuff that like is pretty cerebral even for a lot of adults. So it was fun, and like for the longest time I didn't really get it. Like I enjoyed music, but I didn't connect with it like he did. And it wasn't until years later that I started to kind of gain that appreciation. So it was a nice road trip to be able to talk shop. We listened to NPR, listened to some cool like interviews and whatnot. Just it was like, and there was a number of things that he showed me that I kind of took with me as like music recommendations. The hip hop artist Madlib, and a couple of other just kind of like odds and ends of recommendations from him, which was cool. And we get to Chicago. And by the way, I had brought my dog Dexter with us. This was back when Dexter was with us. I would have gotten my old dog, in 2012. So I'd had him for a couple years now. So it was the 5 of us technically, the four humans and 1 doggy. And his apartment was pretty nice. It was in like a very, I almost wish I had a picture to show you, but I don't really have any visual aids for the story on hand. There was a it was like very much in the city. It was like very much in the city, like a very kind of hip kind of place, kind of apartment that a young single fella would have. This was, of course, before he'd met the woman that he would later marry, so he was an eligible bachelor by this point. But it was really cool. I had a taco place just down the street. It was great, and it was like a very cozy. And as is the case with most like city apartment areas, stairwells were fairly narrow, and it was a little bit tricky to move some things, and as you can imagine, the trademark moment for me with this trip was it came time. So we had brought some furniture up with him, and one of the things we brought with him was an old couch that he really loved. And you know, we did the thing where we're trying to move the heavy things in first, and it's just the 4 of us. We don't have any professional movers. It's just the 4 of us, and one very helpful Maltese who. My old dog Dexter, he was like 6 pounds. He was not very helpful in a case like this, but there was the 4 of us trying to move things in, and they had this not even that big couch, but it was an average sized couch, and I would say a modestly sized apartment, but the stairwells for like moving things in, or like trying to angle furniture into the apartment, were very limited, as is often the case. We've all seen that bit from Friends where they're trying to like move a couch down the stairwell, and Ross is just shouting "pivot" every 5 seconds, and it's not helpful. So we were having a moment like that. We were trying to get this couch, and it wasn't heavy, but it was bulky. It was awkward for the 4 of us. We were trying our best, and the angles just weren't working out. We tried flipping it vertically, horizontally, trying to angle it, trying to like get one corner in, then just wiggle the other one through. It just wasn't happening. And it was one of those leather couches that had some built-in recliner things in, so it had like extra parts and pieces and like mechanisms to it. And at one point we were looking at it, we were like, damn, this thing just won't fucking go in. And my dad, ever the pragmatist, thought to himself, well, let's think about this. Where's this couch gonna go? Is it gonna be like in the middle of a room somewhere, or will it be up against the wall where nobody will see the backside of it? And we were thinking, well, let's put it in the backside of this wall, or up against this wall. That way the TV can go here, blah blah blah. But yeah, no one will see the back of this couch. So so that gives us some options. So my dad, of course, has his X-Acto knife with him. What we ended up doing is we made like an incision in the back of this leather couch, and like reached in and like unscrewed a bunch of stuff. Basically, we like took the couch apart from the inside. There was no instruction book, by the way. We were just kind of improvising here. It was one of those things where when it was manufactured, it definitely wasn't intended to be disassembled by the end user, by whoever purchases it. But we improvised. We took it apart from the kind of like the inside out. We reached in, unscrewing things, and took the pieces out, moved everything in, and put the couch back together. For the most part, I do remember there was like a few. You had that moment where you're like, huh, that's weird. Why are there a couple screws left over? That's kind of strange. Like, yeah, there wasn't that many pieces or anything, but I did notice there was we were left with a couple of extra parts that I didn't think we should have been left with. But I mean, you test it out, you sit down, you recline, everything was working, so it worked out fine. And I mean, I think when Blake said when he eventually moved out of that apartment, he said the couch stayed there. They did not disassemble it. They did not do anything. They said that thing stays with this apartment. I had this funny mental image of us completing the reassembly of this couch, which took like an hour or two at least. I had this mental image of us being like, all right, cool, sitting down on the couch, and then one screw or one bolt launches out from underneath it, and then the whole thing just crumples into heap of leather and metal. I had this like mental image of a disaster, but no, it actually worked out well. And the rest of the move was honestly pretty uneventful. It was a really cool time, and I was happy for my brother that he was like venturing out on his own. That he was, he's like 1 year and some change older than I am, and I've always looked up to him. He will always be my cooler older brother. If any of you are younger siblings, or if you have a sibling that is an older sibling of yours, maybe not everybody has this dynamic, but I've always been deeply admiring of Blake. He was always the cooler older brother, like I was saying, like describing his like musical tastes and him being in like a bunch of bands throughout the years. I always thought I wanted to be just like him, and I say it to his face to this day. Like I always deeply admired him back in those days, and I still do. And I really admired how he ventured out on his own to like, you know, find his way. I think he was feeling unfulfilled back home, you know, back in the St. Louis area, job prospects and whatnot. And clearly it worked out for him, because once he moved to Chicago, he was able to find a new job in no time at all. He ended up going back to school to get a master's. He met a wonderful woman that he's now married to. They have a kid together. He's got a whole family. Like it's awesome. He's thriving, and it wouldn't have happened. Well, it probably would have happened eventually, but it happened that much quicker once he kind of, you know, ventured out on his own. And he's all the better for it, and I'm all about it, man. So it was like the beginning of this like kind of new chapter in his life. And of course, I was selfishly, and still am selfishly, bummed that he's not closer. If possible, since we'll be in Chicago in a few weeks, it'd be nice to maybe stop in at some point to visit, depending on like how far away from them we'll end up being. But it was a special trip, not so much because of like the things that happened, but more just what it signified. And, you know, seeing you know, one of your siblings kind of take these steps towards a new independence and a new, like, I don't know, like a new chapter in your life. It's scary making a big jump like that, and he did it well. It was one of the that kind of experience and that perspective that it brought me. It was one of the central tenets of the best man speech that I gave at their wedding years later, where, you know, that theme of like, you know, being bold and brave to take on new challenges. I don't know, he's fucking killed it, man. He fucking killed it. So really one of those stories where it's not like a whole like big bombastic thing, but just kind of like a heartwarming, like very a thing that sticks with you. You know, it sticks with me at least. I'm not gonna say it sticks with you guys, but it's something that sticks with me forever. And I'm glad we got to like have that like travel experience. And of course, you know how it is. Like, nobody ever enjoys moving. Nobody ever enjoys moving. Nobody ever enjoys packing shit up or helping someone else move, for the matter. Yo, fuck that. No one in the right mind enjoys helping someone else move. But really, the logistics of it were pretty easy. Also, it was a fun trip because I got to bring Dexter dog with me. It was fun to bring my old doggy with me. This was, of course, back when he was very young and very healthy. Yeah, it was just really fun. It was like an extended hangout, and I knew it was gonna be the last one for a while, because once he's moved there, then, you know, he's out there. We won't be seeing him as much. Nowadays, we see him a couple times a year. Actually, this past year, we saw him a couple extra times more. It's not really my place to say too much, but we have one of our shared family members, not any of my parents. One of our shared family members was recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's, unfortunately. This person is in their early 70s, so they're, you know, not young, but they're also not super old either. And our sister is the one that lives closest to them. So, you know, she's kind of like the point person for those kinds of for those kinds of needs. So Blake, in his defense, has tried to like make more opportunities to come down, partly to help out, and of course also to visit. But I think he recognizes that because he lives far away from everyone, or, well, from like that side of the family at least, that he wants to do more to help. So he's been doing his best. I think he's been doing his best. Yeah. Seen the last one. Yeah. You've probably heard a bunch of them, Meerkat. Yeah, like I said, I need to go through these at some point, and for sure, like maybe add some extra context with them. or to them rather, and maybe I like certainly add a few. I don't know if there's any that I would remove necessarily, but yeah, certainly some to like tweak a little bit. I've always asked for help to move furniture. When it comes down to it, I always, and this is not to say that I'm flush with cash, but I always pay the pros to move my stuff for me, because I don't like, because it's such a pain in the ass moving other people's shit. Like I don't want to put that expectation on my friends and family who would, I'm sure, volunteer to do it. They would say, if you need help, let me know. But still, it's like, I just feel bad. It's like, it's such a pain in the ass. Like, I don't want to put that on other folks. If the movers are exhausted and sick of my bullshit after a multi-hour moving experience, well, that's fine. I'm paying them to be here. But if it's my friends and family, it's like, I don't want to be like chipping away at that goodwill. So I usually just pay the pros. Moved across the country. It was a real new beginning. That's how it can be. That's how it can be. Sometimes a big move like that is like what your soul needs. Yeah, I can't remember when you weren't asked for, to help someone move. And of course, that's how it goes, right? Someone asks you for help, and you ask them for help, in times of need. That's what friends and family are for, of course, is calling in those favors. Well, not the only thing, but calling in and exchanging those favors is a big thing for sure. But yeah, at the same time, though, I know where my limitations, where my limitations lie, and where I'd rather spend that goodwill. You have a bank of them. That's right, Meerkat. And unfortunately, what sometimes happens is, you do something. I don't this is not a coded message. This is not me trying to indicate to anything that I've experienced firsthand. But I know of cases where someone does that kind of shit. They're helping someone move, or friends of theirs move, or helping them with this or that. And then when it comes time to call in those favors, oh, sorry, man, I can't. My dog has a birthday party. Right? Sorry, I can't. My arm's asleep, just the most paper thin excuses. Oh, sorry, I can't. My girlfriend nose itches, just like the, of course I'm using extremely exaggerated examples, but the idea of oh, suddenly when there's an actual need for your kind of shit, crickets, right? How convenient that is. How convenient that is. How old was my dog back in the day? Oh, when I brought Dexter to help with the move, he was 3 or 4. Well, probably 4, maybe 5 years old by that point. So not old, not he was definitely young for sure. And he was just there. I just brought Dexter with me just because my dad and Blake both really love Dexter. So I just brought him to that road trip just for fun, I could have found a sitter. Actually, that was the issue. The issue is because my dad was my usual dog sitter, and I would have been unable to leave my dog with my mom and stepdad because they at the time had a very unpleasant dog that did not do well with other dogs. So my only dog sitter option, I could have left him with a kennel or something like that, but I don't know, that he was a very sweet little doggy, but also a little bit scared. He was a little nervous, little scared fella. And the idea of putting him in a kennel for a couple days just felt kind of, it's not really worth it. So I brought him along for this little road trip adventure just because I knew he would do well, and because he'd be surrounded by a lot of folks who'd be able to also help take care of him, so I wouldn't be on my own with him, which is good. Yeah. So maybe it's not with physically moving things, right? That's just how it goes. Yeah, but there's other ways. Like Meerkat said. And also, Meerkat, I'm not surprised that you are more offering the physical activities, because of course I've never seen you, I've never seen pictures of you, but I can presume you're at least 8 feet tall and have fucking 12-inch pythons here, brother. I'm sure you got that shit on lock, baby. Meerkat's listen, I got this shit, man, I got this. We're talking one couch on either arm, effortless and professional. Yeah, especially if somebody has some kind of injury, some kind of chronic condition. It happens, especially as we get older. As we're all getting older, and Lord knows I am. I ain't getting any younger, I'll tell you that much. But thank you to Justin for the Storytime Redemption. I always love telling stories. I always love yapping. That's one of the things that brought me to streaming. One of the great things about streaming is that yapping is part of the dealio. It's not the only thing. It's not the end-all be-all, but it is a big old part of it. For better, for worse. All the yappies. And I'm a yappy kind of fellow, what can I say? What can I say? But the good news is... there's, get back into the games here, and it occurs to me, I can't, make that jump all the way back. Woo! But there is something down here, I think, right? Or no, there was... I can't go past this guy. We need this thing's heart, he was saying. Something down here? Oh, is this guy, but yeah, I also, I can't, like, use that feller. That ain't it. So we'll find... There's probably something else then we would need to use the whip for then. At first I was thinking I could use this to swing back up top. I think, though, there was another path. Yeah, there was another path. I knew it. Woo! We shall continue. Whip actions. Yeah, we're gonna whip it good, baby. Whip it good. From the glowing grapple points, swinging, and for increasing the momentum, or stop swinging. Boys keep swinging. Boys always work it out. Now can I just like climb up? Ah, look at that. So cool. Got that ledge grab. Wonder what language. I wonder like where this game takes place, because I see the language on the walls. I noticed like the paper lanterns hanging from one of the houses, so presuming some kind of Asian persuasion occasion. Pull weak enemies, right? We know all about that shit. We'll get launched towards them. No, not you. You, yes. You have been chosen. Nice. And of course you can just go for like good old-fashioned combulinos. Just jump up and do some air combos. And again, you're gonna hear me say this a lot, but this game is so fucking stylish. I feel like very cool. I feel very cool and fat and flashy while we're like doing combat in this game. It flows really well, and it just feels badass. It feels very, very stylish. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. It's gonna be like today's word of the day. Styling on it, man. We're styling. All right, so I can go this way. I'm kind of curious for what's up top. There's a number of little grabby points. Little grabby spots. Another little affixation. I'll take it. And then there's something down her. Oh! There was a couple things. There was a bad guy. I wasn't expecting to see a bad guy just hanging out on his own. I am curious to see what that's going to entail. Climb back up. This way, and then over here's where it begins. Down here, I don't know. I don't think I have a way to like attack off of bad guys. I can yoink you with me, but that doesn't help me. I can yoink you with me, so I think there's probably something I have to do to like be able to like grapple and like jump off of bad guys. That would not surprise me. So as it is right now, yeah, I can't do anything with that dude. I was looking to see if there were any other grapple spots, but I don't think there are. To the left, that is. To the left, to the left. So we got the offix. See if there's anything else on that side. There really isn't, yeah. Alright, so we'll go the other way then. So cool. I feel so cool and stylish, man. What's awaiting us this way? Only one way to find out, baby. Yeah, like some kind of, like bump, 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 if there was like a string of bad guys. I don't have my key with us, though. How they get out from whatever event happened, because that's the thing, we don't really know the back end of what happened at the beginning of the game. It was some kind of accident, some kind of awful thing, and we saw some kind of demon thing kill whoever she was with. If they didn't escape whatever catastrophe has happened, then they are dead. Or possessed. Way to be rude, bro. I'm just being polite, man. Since I'm letting you talk. Because that's the thing, if he's possessed us, that means he would potentially be able to take over fully. I can't help but notice, it looks like she has like a permanent bloody nose. There's like a little spot there. The voice in my head, bro. Why would you bother letting me have free will? Maybe you have to put up with me. Well, eventually we'll just have you find your dead family, man. You're a dick, idiot. Alright, so we can go in. Anything else? Alright, we could skip past this, but I will indeed proceed. Oh, except I need the key. Never mind. I need the key, bro. There is a thing here. I can go down, or I could do some wall jumpy action. Some wall jumpy action, baby. I break those things. I like how they... Excuse me, they have like the... They have like the same like oozing substance kind of emanating from them. That's right, the Mario Brothers. They're called the Mario Brothers because their last name is literally Mario. So Mario's full name is Mario Mario, and Luigi's is Luigi Mario. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, but it's true. Can drop through one-way platforms, which I'm guessing is what this is. It's like a little gate. It's like a little gate in world. It's like Paper Mario. We just kind of slip right through the gaps. So Agridine. It's a company. It's a corporation. They own everything in town. Gotta find their lab. Where are we even going, bro? It's nearby. Just keep looking, bro. But first, I want to break these things. Now, I'm kind of curious. What was in the basement of that area? Can I, like, squeak through? I cannot. I could have gone underneath. I guess that's the logo right there. We'll have another opportunity to check that out at some point. See what that lower path could have led to. Skipper remains. Alrighty. Guess we'll find another one of those little portal things soon. Oh my. Alright, well. We saw that kind of shape in the title sequence. Uprising has happened. Demons escaping the laboratory, he says. Fighting for our lives, and it's all gone, he says. So this lab, this corporation was doing some illegal super science. Summoned some demons, opened up a portal to hell. It happens all the time, man. I thought just they made like batteries or some shit. No. Or maybe they were batteries fed with souls. Souls of the damned. They use machines to trap demons. And imprison them. Well, goddamn, it's quite a striking scene right there. Let's see, hopefully this is not instant death. But going the other way. Ladder leading up or a hole leading down. I'll grab the ladder. Actually, it's the former. Haha, good. Oh, shit. I always think it's up on the D-pad. Or analog stick. Excuse me? Can pull myself to you. I'm gonna guess I can't, like... Yeah, I can't melee their projectiles. We'll just come back. We probably need some kind of way to, like, parry or reflect their stuff. In fact, I'm gonna make a note. Or leave an icon there. For something scary. There's a bad guy there. That I can't deal with. Truck. And a truck. And inside of that, I don't give a darn. That's right. Gracie made some homemade French bread earlier today. And when she was saying, "Hey, do you want to try like a piece of bread?" And I was like, "Oh boy, you already told me the bread is," and then she was like, "Wait, I was like, "Are you telling me the bready is?" And I kind of lingered. She was like, "Are you trying to say it's ready?" I was like, "No, I mean prepared or complete." Come on, I don't want to make it that obvious. Found another one of these guys, by the way. So similarly, make another little note right there. The bready is concluded, or whatever word I used. Gotta hand him with the subversion of expectations, man. Can't just be that predictable. Nowhere to go but forward, then. Scary, dramatic scene we have here. I always like when a game like this has that kind of vista that zooms out, so you can really, really reckon with the shit you're seeing here. Especially when the developers are like, listen, we tried really hard to make this look cool. We really want you to see it. It's really important to us that this is a thing that leaves an impression. Can't say I blame him. Could go down that alleyway or forward. Let's go this way. Banana bread? Yeah, man. Love me some banana bread. Sometimes Gracie will make banana bread or pumpkin bread. Always a good time. Oh, shit. Knock that thing down. Always love it. Ouch. Get over here. I don't know if Whale's listening in, but there's that one video he showed us years ago. The dude's like, banana bread at work, dude? Fuck yeah. I showed Grace that video and she loves it as well. It's a good video. Like, got some banana bread at work, dude. Fucking little projectile boys that I can't deal with. What I can do is break these things to get the gubbins. To get the little whatever they are. But yeah, again, the map is kind of weird. The map is like, it's not inaccurate, but it's a little bit misleading sometimes. Where it's like, well, no, I'm not like in a rectangle. I'm not like floating in space right now. There's like a teeny little opening, presumably here, but there's not like a wall next to me. So it's kind of weird. I almost wonder if maybe the idea is we're actually at the bottom of this rectangle, of this space, and it's just not reflected accordingly. So I'll at least put that there. Hopefully that'll be enough to signal to future me what to expect. Go up. We also still have that other path to potentially try, so we have other options. Oh, I guess that's it, actually. Guess that was it then. I can't go anywhere that way, and I can't, like... I thought maybe that was a hole in the wall, but it's not. Okay. On we go. On we go. I'm guessing we'll have some boss battles eventually. Hey, fast travel. Nice. I need to discover the subway. Did I discover it? I'm gonna guess that discovered it. Got that. Great. I'm glad that public transport still runs, even though there's an apocalypse and presumably everyone's dead. And we know there are such things as fully automated transit, fully automated trams and trains, that kind of thing. And here comes another one. Alex is gonna tell a Japan story, but in Japan, in Tokyo, in the ward of Odaiba, there was a fully automated Skyrail that was really, really fucking sick. It was really cool. Fully automated. You could like walk up to where the conductor's cabin normally would be, but instead it's just more seating. And it's fully automated, and it's a Skyrail, so like you have really beautiful views of like the areas around Odaiba. It was pretty special. It was pretty sweet. I loved it a whole bunch. It was like so aesthetic, and it was the kind of thing where you could really tell who was there as a tourist and who just lived there, because the people that lived there were just ho-hum, but all of us tourists, we were just like, we were just so taken by the beautiful views. If you ever go back and play old school like Sega arcade games, you play Outrun, you play Sonic Adventure, you play like these old school Sega games, there is sometimes an aesthetic that is described as Sega Blue. Sega Blue is sometimes like a color palette that is described, where it's like clear blue skies, pristine beaches, really cool and like clean and beautiful cityscapes. And that, of course, contrasts with PlayStation Gray, where a lot of PlayStation games, and of course these aren't made by Sony, but like still, you have like modern console games where there's a lot of gray skies, gritty, real, hardcore, sad, grim stuff. But like Sega Blue was like sunny and shiny and beautiful and like optimistic. And you take the Skyrail around Odaiba, it's like, damn, if the developers for all these games like rode the Skyrail and saw the shit on the regular, it's no wonder that this aesthetic kind of was in their foresight when they were making art and games. And I don't know, I love it. I freaking love it, man. Yeah, like the original Sonic, of course, was something else for sure. But like Sonic Adventure, this kind of low poly, presentations. I loved it, man. I still love it. I still love it, man. So yeah, I love telling about the Japan trip. I try not to be insufferable about it, but I know I am. We of course have the Chicago trip coming up. That'll be a short one. Also, we are going back to Hawaii in late February, early March for about 10 days. So that'll be a nice time as well. So yeah, lots of fun travels in our future. Dodge enemies and obstacles. Is this an obstacle? Ouch! It's a small amount of damage. Actually, I was hoping I can go up here, but I don't think I can do it. But dodge is this guy, so I shall go. Whoop. Also do the air dodges. Woo! What are these things? Computer mouse. Swing a computer mouse upwards. Strike enemies flung in the air. It's just a special weapon. I was thinking maybe like the mouse that I have in front of me, except this one is wireless, so I would not be able to fling it around at all. I'm guessing this is a special weapon. Yeah. So the whip, but I have this thing. And it looks like I can't, like, aim this one. Oh, it's a limited number of charges. Oh, shit. All right, I was, like, fucking with it. It's a limited number of charges. Good to know. And they said it'll strike enemies. Oh, wait, no. If they're struck, it'll launch them in the air. Yeah, and it always flies upwards. Always gets launched, or it gets, slung upwards. Right, special gear. It's a special ability. It'll drain one juice, and you have to get the juice back by killing bad guys. You got it. Except I used it all like a doofus, not realizing, as I wanted to try out the cool new toys. Can you blame me? Yes, we can blame you, Alex. Is there a little fella? Whew! It's just a little guy. Oh, wrong button. Got him. That's probably more where that came from. Got his ass. There's more. Get over here. Nice. Another one. I really like the special abilities a lot, and it seems like it's pretty generous with giving you the like the juice back pretty quickly, pretty regularly. Like I like did a few attacks and I had half a bar refilled for me. So it's pretty forgiving in that it'll give you more of that stuff pretty quickly. Or I could drink one of these for a full rejuvenation as well. Although I probably shouldn't have done that because, like, we didn't really need it. I don't know if it's a full heal or if it's just, like, energy. Oh, shit. This was unexpected. Oh, damn. Break that for sure. And I can't attack in the water. I can swim faster. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, so that is one thing that I don't think I love. I don't think I love how, like, wobbly the swimming controls are. Now, of course, in games like this, oh, yeah. It's a little weird. I don't like how small of a jump you can do in the water, but I guess it's better than nothing. I would like to explore around. Yeah, in games like this, swimming isn't really meant to be a thing that is easy or like, simple. Because you're just some human. You're not like a fish or like something that is able to swim around easily. So it makes sense that swimming controls are always a little bit wobbly. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. But it's not terrible. I've definitely had worse swimming controls in a video game. And really, once you're swimming around, it's really not too bad either. But yeah, like jumping out of the water is a little bit clunky. A small amount of clunk. Not too bad, though. Don't drink the water? Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. Thinking the same thing. So that light kick on. Thought it was maybe something. A little something. Dudes? Oh, big door. There's a lab. I was just trying to fight some spiders and just have a good old time, and I stumbled upon this thing. It's very locked, though. It's gonna take a while. Gotta find some employees. And steal their eyeballs. Actually, maybe literally. Because eyeballs is one of the things on the legend. On the map. Still here. The last humans to have those eyes were possessed, and they're still around. I can feel them nearby. Take their eyes. Ooh, real far away. Alright. I'm gonna guess that this is probably the main thing then we're looking towards. We've like found our like primary objective where if we can get all those eyes, we go into here, and here is gonna be the end of the game, presumably. We have our twerk cut out for us. Give me the goods. Whatever we get, we like use, whatever we like purchase or use to upgrade. Whatever we use these things to upgrade or purchase. It's yet to be clear. Got the elevator though. Get impatient. Going up. There we go. Unclear what we use the little gubbins for, but presumably there'll be something. There'll be some kind of utilization. Research key card. That's good. We need one of those for that other door we saw. I should have left a note. But I didn't because I'm stupid. No, that one obviously. Oh, actually, there we go. It looks like there was actually there is a note kind of made for me. The portal thingy, so I can deposit my thingies. The little tumor thing grows a little bit more, and I could withdraw them if I wanted to. How's it going, buddy? I don't want to talk. Can't be friends. Go back in for that full heal. And it's really not a heal, but just get my resources back. There's that one up there. Do I want to try to do any other kinds of platforming sequences through this area? Because, yeah, there was that one spot where I was, like, wanting to fight the bad guys. I was climbing around, feeling cool, then I fell down like a doofus. Got his ass. Get over here. I tell myself I'm getting the hang of the timing of the combat. I don't need that guy, so I'm not going to snag it. But unfortunately, yeah, no. I'm trying to hang off the edge. There we go. Oh, and we grab that. Yeah, not really what I meant to do, but yes. Get out of here. So we got the little puppers, which is cute. I like the little fella. Oh, shit. Oh, you motherfucker. I wanted to explore to the right, you dingus. Then the water fucks him up. Although I don't know if I actually killed him. I think it just, like, teleported him. God damn it. I want to see what was to the right, but that doofus ruined it for me. That heckin' guy. I gotta wait for the elevator again, like a darn normie. Some heckin' person that just has to wait for elevators. What if I do the thing where I'm just like mashing the elevator button? Pop, 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 pop. Because they always do that in movies and TV shows. When they're like, oh god, quick, come up, come up, come up. And they're like mashing the button. I don't know if it actually makes it go any faster. I always assumed it doesn't. But it does highlight the urgency of their circumstances. I want to try one more time. I think I want to try one more time. Ouch. Oh, fuck, wrong button. I know how to press buttons. I know what video games are, I promise. If that same spider tries to shit in my mouth, I'll preemptively shit in his. That'll show him. Oh, fuck it! Alright, maybe I should just... Maybe I can't be trusted. Maybe I'm my own worst enemy here. Maybe I can't like blame my shortcomings on that spider. Maybe I have my own shortcomings. That's how it goes, man. That's a good quote. Oh wait, well, which one was it, Justin? I'm sorry, I probably read that comment a little bit late. I'm sure whatever I said, it was really insightful and deep. Do spiders poop from their silk hole? Now that's you know, dude to asking the hard-hitting questions when it comes to like spider anatomy. Ouch. Ouch. Spider and anatomical quandaries. That's some good shit right there. Oh, I'm gonna preemptively shit in his mouth. I wish I could say that that was like, you know, the first time I've busted that one out, that old chestnut. But it is not. That has had that's had a very regular presence in my lexicon. So I wish I could say like, oh yeah, I just came up with it, but unfortunately I'm something of a broken record. I'm something of a broken record myself. What's up, Shock Value? Good to see you, buddy. New headphones just crapped out. That's no good, man. No replacement. Are they new or old? For some reason, I thought you got new headphones not too long ago. They do not shit out of their silk hole. That actually makes sense. That does make sense. It's probably like a separate thingy, because the silk hole is like, I guess it's like at the very tip of their little booty thorax thingy. And it's probably not directly connected to their digestion tract. That makes sense. So I'm going to deposit the goods. Deposit the goods. 262. Hell yeah. Let's keep on keeping on. We got Perry in the house. What's up, Perry? Good to see you, buddy. There's a frog that pisses out of his face. That's so cool. He's just like me, for real, for real. I've never heard of a frog face pisser, but I kind of love it. I kind of love it. It's good to see you, Perry. Thank you for popping in, man. 300 bones, though? Oh, man, that is a shame. 2 years? Yeah, you're right. For that kind of money, you would expect it to last a little bit longer. Like in Lasso, or I guess Whip, like things like tables. Blah. Do I get something cool for my troubles? Get a... Oh, a little dude. Get over here so I can murder you again. Get a little free heal. Healification right here, which I will actually hold off on for the time being because we're pretty good. Can I be extremely nosy, Shock Value, and ask what brand they are or they were? As I'm sure you've probably heard, as a music guy, I'm sure you've heard all about like Senhai. Oh wow, I just fucking murdered his ass. It was like I hit him as like a... It was like there was some kind of thing where there was a... Oh, nice pushing animation. Yep. Nice pushing animation. Yep. Yep. There we go. There we go. I like that a lot. That's fantastic. We're so fast. Look at us go. That's so cool. I love it. Cool superpower, man. No, what I was going to say is that I couldn't help but notice that when we grabbed that flying guy and we were falling, it was almost like we crushed him on the platform, and maybe just the force of the fall was able to auto-kill him, but the fact that there was an auto-kill was very slick. ATH-50s? Oh, shit, is that, Audio-Technica? Because if they're Audio-Technica, that's usually considered a good brand. Actually, oddly enough, I think I have ATH-50s somewhere, because I know ATX, I think, 50s are like the big industry standard, or they were for a while at least. But I get the cheaper version, which are the ATHs, I think, if I'm remembering my nomenclature, which are a little bit cheaper, but they're still really good. So I like those a lot. So let's see, I can go that way, so I can drop on down, slide down. Do you think we're making like a noise as we're sliding? Because I sure do. Oh, I broke the chair when I wanted to like wiggle against it again, because that was very fun. It's Biodynamic 700. Okay, so pretty good. Pretty good quality. But you might have gotten a lemon. That's just how it goes, man. That is a shame. A shame and a pain. What's here? Computer. Computer terminal. What do I do during the evacuation? Oh, never mind. I thought it was maybe an email. I'm asking the terminal. Oh no, I'm reading emails. I'm reading emails. So this is D Mole at the company. Corporate domain. Crisis ID 43J. The crisis is redacted. Okay. Pink pass, alright. Stay at my post and keep operating the phone lines. Don't know if there's anything else I'm supposed to do. Can see fire outside. Are they going to sue me if I leave my desk? And the response is... Look at my crisis response flowchart, and mine is not redacted. Yours is redacted because you're currently a probationary employee. Information about the crisis is confidential. You need to have been here for 6 months or more with positive employee review scores. So I can't tell you about what's going on. but continuing to shelter in place and sit at your desk to perform your role is your best option. I'll be doing the same. I have full faith in our leaders. Oh my god, you know it's a real corporate bullshit because the way they top it off by saying EOD, end of day. I'm sure they'll suppress the fires and return to normalcy. I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it. And they should have been worried. Should have been worried. No map here, by the way. Let's see if there's any upgrades I can do. That key card, obviously. We got 5 of these bad boys. When it comes to these chromatic affixes, no use for them yet. Maybe there'll be some terminal or some person that trades with them, like something where it'll be abundantly clear what we're supposed to do, or how we're supposed to use them, rather. Love a good wall climbing shenanigans experience in a game like this. There's some fellers down there swinging on the lights, very nice. Can attack in any direction when you're in the air. It's pretty sick. Vulnerable enemies can be knocked into the air or at walls. If you juggle, then you'll hit them a whole bunch and keep them in the air and they can't fight back. It's pretty sweet. Get over here. Where that came from. They were saying if you juggle. Nice. Continues to feel real cool. Let's do the whole yank. Can I yank this guy through the wall? Unfortunately not, but it makes sense. Yeah, then I can yank his ass to me. Nice. The combat is not very complicated, but it does feel very cool, and more importantly, looks really cool. The flashiness is pretty hard to disagree with. One of these bad boys. Slot it into weapons. At merchants. Okay. You have to find a merchant. Collapsed hardy lungs. Interesting. Sprint speed, right. Can I affix it now? Oh, swap affixes. Oh, cool. Cool, so now I have better sprint speed. And then I guess the idea with these things is I can like build or create new affix. Oh, it's more slots. Okay, so we actually have to find the affixes just elsewhere. But that's how we give us more space to add more. Are you a little fella? Oh, it's our first merchant. Cheekers. Cheekers, the little rat fella merchant. I love it. Bring me chroma, which I think is the, like, little globs we're finding. Can fix things for you, make you strong, better weapon, better trinkets. Cheekers, it matters not what words you say. Cheekers, I'm gonna be down for whatever you're saying. You can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. Chroma hungry one. So, he could do some upgrades. We have insufficient funds. I'm gonna hold off on spending any for now. Well, for one thing, I think we have like 280 back in our bank. And I don't think I would want to necessarily upgrade the computer mouse. But I could see myself upgrading this guy eventually. So eventually I'd like to upgrade that one, but I'm gonna save my stuff for now. What's up, Fahrenheit? I love this little guy. I love this little fella. Working title, Little Rat Fuck, but he's such a cool dude. Look at this cool little dude. What's not to like about Cheekers? I put my faith fully into Cheekers. He's just a little guy. He's just like me, Fahrenheit. He's just like me for real, for real. I'm a little guy. He's a little guy. We have so much in common. He's gonna rip you off. I don't care. He's perfect in every way. I trust him. Ouch. I'm not surprised that getting crushed hurts in this game. I'm not surprised. Oh my. Is that bad? Giant fuck you laser. Is that bad? I'll just explode him. You know, Half-Life has the barnacles that stick to the ceiling and like have their tongues down that like slurp you up if you're not careful. This game has fucking like ceiling, elevator shaft lasers that fuck your shit up. Lunchroom key. So that has been added to the map, presumably. Now we have, I was gonna say, now our legend is opening up for sure. A human boy, exactly, Stuart Little. I read that same thing not too long ago, that Stuart Little, in like, I guess the original book, said that he's a boy that looks like a mouse. As opposed to the movie where it's just like, he's just a little mouse fella. But he's like a human that looks like a mouse, which is way more fucked up. And also way more uncanny. Like, damn, that's not what any of us had on our bingo cards, and yet, here we are. Deep Rock Galactic has those roof leeches. I want to say I remember that. I've played, not a ton of Deep Rock Galactic, but I've played it a few times. I'll just kill you. Works for everybody. Works for everybody, and by that, I mean me specifically. Get over here. Actually, what do you do? I'm curious. Little projectile fellas. I kind of figured. What I really want to do is get up there. Can't, like, do any ledge grabs upon that jump. The jump Reno. Yoink. Can I get the... Oh, no, not that. I do like how you can use the whip to either bring small fellas to you or big boys, or yourself to big boys. For, like, setting up for really cool combos. It's pretty slick. Pretty goddamn slick. A good talking animal movie. I'll confess, I don't know if there have or have not been. I'm probably not exactly the key demographic, since I don't have any kids of my own. So, like, usually those kinds of movies are more meant for the younger audience. So, for all I know, there have been, and I'm just none the wiser. But I did love the Stuart Little movie back in the day. You'll remember Ralph? You remember the movies and books about Ralph? Little mouse fella or little rat fella that, like, had a little car that would drive around. Like RC car, obviously. But I love those books, man. And I think there was at least a few that got turned into movies. Same kind of idea. Apparently in the 90s and the 2000s, we just loved small little animals that would talk. We love that shit, man. The meta progression horde stuff. Yeah, I've played Deep Rock Galactic a couple times. It's a cool game. I never had the wherewithal to really stick with it. But it's a good every once in a while kind of game for me. I do enjoy Dark Tide, obviously, and I do enjoy Left 4 Dead. And I love me some Payday. Love some Payday. But yes, Deep Rock Galactic, I'll confess, it didn't, like, click with me as much as I'd hoped that it would. I do like it. It's a good game. But yeah, whenever I play it, I'm always like, okay, like, this was good. This was good. I got my fill. I'm never, like, thinking, damn, I gotta play this more. Like, holy shit. It doesn't really get its hooks in me like I would, you know, secretly hope that it would. But it is good. It is fun, and they've updated it to shit in back, man. They've done so much to that game. So many cool features, so many cool events. So they really hit that shit hard, and I'm grateful for it, because I think it's impressive what they've done. Yeah, going right into Rocket. So what's up, Chuck? Good to see you, buddy. Your game and browse. Yeah, it's like once that was how it was for me and the boys back in the day with Payday. Payday 2 specifically. Where we'd wrap up with work and just get right on to Payday 2. Who's online? Let's do some heists. And maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's because that was my co-op horde shooter game, looter shooter game, whatever you want to call it. Like, everyone has that one that they really enjoyed and really stuck with. I enjoy Left 4 Dead a lot, but of course that one doesn't really have as much of a, like, looter meta progression the way that Payday and Deep Rock Galactic does. Some ice cream, though. But the pains, Chuck says, man, the pains. I feel bad that you're having the lactose intolerance pains, Chuck. You have my full sympathies, my friend. Nothing else down here. I was thinking maybe there was something else down here, but there's not. You have my full sympathies. I'm sure, Chuck, you know as well as I do that there's, like, the lactate stuff that people like you and I can shit. Yes, you can shit. Yes, that's extremely true when it comes to lactose intolerance. You can shit. Although sometimes you can't. Sometimes that's a problem. But anyway. Just even another area above we can maybe reach. Oh, we got some bad guys. But yeah, there's lactate. You know, there's stuff we can take to like help with the unpleasant situations of lactose intolerance being unpleasant. So it's like if we know ahead of time we're gonna be in that situation. Oh, I can actually yank him towards me. I'm surprised he's heavy enough or light enough for me to yank. Get fucked, idiot. But yeah, it's like if you know you're gonna be in a situation where there's gonna be dairy or ice cream or cheesecake, pop a lactate like 20-30 minutes before and you're good to go. Found the key, by the way. You can drop down there. I'm gonna see if there's anything else around here. Yeah, Meerkat, that's right. We played Rockins. We played some Deep Rock Galactic with Meerkat and Whale of a Cob. That was a nice time. I think Lunar Waffles joined us as well, so we had a nice little 4-stack for that, which was a couple months ago. It was a nice time. It was a nice time. And it was with a good group, and they carried my ass, but they were good about it. It's like my ass got carried for sure, but also, you know, it wasn't like just complete press the A button to win. I was able to help and participate. Some of the grindy bits, yeah. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game, but it's a good once in a while game. I would much rather Fahrenheit. I'd be much rather down for Dark Tide or Payday, that kind of stuff. Much rather jump into one of those instead. For some people, I've heard about that Fahrenheit, that there are some instances. There's some that are able. Here, what if I send that back down? Because I think there's like a thing down here, maybe. No, I want to like. There we go. Oh, never mind. I thought this like was like several layers. I thought there was like a bunch of stops on the way. There were not. But no, you're right though, Fahrenheit. I've heard about that kind of thing. It depends on like the reasoning behind the lactose intolerance. I think there's multiple causes for it. But that's the thing. I guess it's hard to tell which flavor of lactose intolerance you have. Do you have the kind that can be overcome through that means, or do you not? And it's of course an unpleasant experience, forcing your body through that process. So yeah, it's a gamble for sure. Yeah, to have some lactate on hand. I don't either. I don't keep lactate on hand either. And really what I just do is I just abstain. I just abstain from ice cream and good things. Things that are good and bring me joy, because I live a soulless life. Soulless, happyless life. Joyless even. No, I'm mostly kidding. No, it's like I like it. I like that kind of stuff, but get his ass. I got his ass. But I try to see it as an opportunity to be healthier. Like, you know, maybe I should have less ice cream, less cheesecake, less creamy, milky, cheesy things, because that kind of stuff is usually not good for me. So if I'm missing out, I'm probably not missing anything important. Like, I'm probably better off to abstain. So I see it as like an artificial limiter on how I can maybe try to be a teensy bit healthier. Did that to yourself as a teen, Fahrenheit? Yeah, because I was okay for a long time as a kid. That being said, I do remember a couple instances of like having a milkshake and not feeling great, but I was able to do pretty okay for years. But then yeah, basically after around the time I graduated college or shortly after, I remember buying, like, I remember drinking some kind of milk thing, whatever it was. And I remember being like, ooh, I feel awful, holy shit. And that's when it started to set in, like, ooh, my body's rejecting this real bad. Both Alias, yeah, Corbin and Michaela, they both have it as well. Do some horde shooting, man. A good cream sauce or actual good cheese. That's part of it, I think, though, is that I was never like a huge cheese guy. Like a lot of us, I like pizza, I like cheesecake. You know, there are things I like that have cheese on them. You know, nachos I enjoy, but like I don't love like go to a Mexican restaurant and you get a giant burrito smothered in the like queso, like the liquidy cheese stuff. I don't love that. I got, for me, a little bit is fine. A little bit of a cheese on a sandwich, that's fine. But like if it's smothered or drenched, it's just too much. So I've never like loved cheese. Like I can very much and very easily live without it. So that's actually one thing I don't miss. But yeah, a lot of desserts that have dairy. That's the thing, yeah. We went to a really cool restaurant a week or two ago, and the person we were with was describing a bunch of great desserts that they had to us. They were like, yeah, man, they make a great, it wasn't creme brulee, it was, Oh god, I'm blanking on it. It was a souffle. They make a great souffle here. They've got great cheesecake. Oh my god, the gelato is incredible. They're just listing boop 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 boop, just going down the list of all the things. And in my mind, I'm thinking, not that, not that, not that, not that, because they're all things I really shouldn't eat. I was able to find something, of course, but it was like, damn, all these fun things, bro. What the hell, man? A sorbet. I do love a good sorbet. That's right. I love the cheesy stuff, man. I love it. I love that cheesy stuff, man. I fuck with that blue cheese. There you go. That stanky shit. Yeah. I think part of it is that, like, as a kid, I was a picky eater, and my horizons have grown exceptional, like a whole bunch, long past those years. But I think part of it is that, like, I was really choosy about the kinds of things I would eat. So now that my horizons have broadened, I probably would be able to appreciate those things more. But yeah, the things it does to my stomach, it doesn't feel good. And that's part of it too, like knowing it'll fuck my stomach up makes it less appealing. So it's like I look at a thing that I know would taste good but would make me feel awful in like 30-40 minutes. It makes it less appealing knowing that it would cause physical anguish. So it like kind of cuts in to the enjoyment factor of whatever it is I'm like looking at. Some whipped cream, yeah. Well, that's the thing, Fahrenheit. You are like clearly a chef. Like you're clearly a professional that works with this stuff. So I have no doubt you in particular would be able to whip something together that would blow my goddamn mind. So there's great stuff out there for sure. Yeah, you do it for a living, yeah. And you used to be a picky eater as well, yeah. It's kind of like embarrassing. It's like embarrassing to admit that, yeah, I was like a shitter back in those days. But I'm like proud that my horizons have broadened considerably. Wasn't a mayo guy, yeah. Yeah, I'm 100% with you, Fahrenheit. I don't love plain mayo either. Like, it's a little bit is fine. A little bit is fine. Like, if I'm served like a chicken sandwich and it's got mayo on it, I'm not gonna not eat it. Of course I'll eat it, it's fine. And of course, things like chicken salad sandwich, like, you know, there's things that you need the mayo with to really make it work. Like egg salad sandwich, that kind of thing. But yeah, like if I can choose to go without it, in a lot of instances I will. Part of the problem is that like a lot of restaurant chains, like again, like the chicken sandwich example, they fucking glob that shit on there, and it's just too much, honestly. It's like, it's just kind of overpowering. So a little bit is fine, but a little bit goes a long way for me, at least. Not a pastry chef or a baker, but once you, well, that's the thing, that because you're clearly like a professional, you're very good at this kind of thing, I'm sure that a lot of those talents translate to other avenues of cooking. Yeah, exactly. It's broken, man. Yeah, I was a shitter, man. I was a shitter as well. Like, you know, very picky, very particular, and I'm sure it drove my mom fucking bonkers, but she managed, and like I said, we all turned out okay, Fahrenheit. That's what matters. But yeah, I sometimes look back on like younger Alex, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god. Like I still feel embarrassed about current me as well, but I was especially embarrassed towards old cringy Alex. That's the thing. We all had that like cringe shit we all like feel awful about or feel embarrassed about from back in the good old days. So everybody has that about themselves in some way. Not a big mustard guy. Yeah, mustard's just okay. I like on a hamburger, like I don't really care. Like I usually go minimal on like a bunch of stuff on burgers. I don't love burgers with like a ton of sauces and a ton of things. So it's like a little bit of ketchup, fine. Like a little bit of this is fine, but I'm kind of like a purist when it comes to burgers and sandwiches. Not a big Dijon guy, yeah. Yeah, Dudadette says, don't worry, Alex, I'm still cringe. But I love it in stuff, yeah. As like a crust on meat. That sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah, I'm just so on a lot of these things, on mustard and ketchup. A lot of the like traditional things that go on sandwiches and burgers are just, I don't know. A lot of the times I tend to be kind of boring about my condiment selections. By the way, this person says, by the way, I have to miss my meeting because Kaz was cited for misbehavior in school again. He's going by this instead of Maurice. I wonder how he got that nickname. Like, it's not an obvious shorthand of Maurice in any way. So I'll tell Cooper again that I am sorry. I'm going to ground this kid. God damn it, he says. Then he says, stop, my son. Has he grown too powerful? If he comes to the building today and asks to wait in my office, turn him away. Lying to his teachers about an illness. Trying to play games on my computer. Oh my fucking god. That's hilarious. I'll be in meetings from 8 to 11, then from 12 to 6. Rules about emailing dad at work. Oh boy. Stop emailing me. Oh my god. He's emailing him. Wait, no, hold on. So that's to G. Kaczynski. Wait, hold on. To my son. Oh, wait, it's from Gordon. It's from Gordon. So it doesn't have the to line. Okay, it just has the who it's from. Of course, there's the to at the bottom, or the from at the bottom at least. So we don't know the email address that it's sent to. So Taylor screens all these emails. You're emailing to Taylor first. I have a personal assistant so that nobody can email me directly. Call your mom if you have an emergency. Turn my phone off in meetings. Think about what counts as an emergency if you're sick. The school's on fire, that's an emergency. If you get into a fight with Dr. DeMars, there are consequences. They're your problems and not mine. Alright. Can I break these things? Yes. Yes, I can. I can and I will. I like how they bounce around. That's pretty fun. Security token. A token for decrypting a password. 4 to 6 things between the bun max. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, I usually go minimal. And, like, you know, you go to a place like Red Robin or, like, any of these chains, and you'll have these enormous burgers that are stacked to the high heavens. And it's like, that's great for some folks. But, man, I kind of like a simple deal. A simple burg. Give me just, like, lettuce, tomato, maybe some kind of sauce. I'm set, man. I'm set. I'm real easy. The flavor of the Dijon and the heat of, like, a mild cheese. Oh, you mean like a spice? So make it like a spicy mustard? Yeah. Dijon's okay, but English mustard? I don't know if I've ever had English mustard before. He says, give me that processed shit, baby. Yeah, some onions, bacon optional. Bacon's nice on a burger, but usually have to pay extra for that shit. Usually that shit gets expensive. I have expensive tastes. Alice doesn't like to talk food anymore? Aw, man. Is it because he gets hungry? Because I know how that goes. Talking food can make you hungry. Hate to say it, but it's working on me, goddammit. But I still enjoy it. I still enjoy talking food. I still enjoy it, even though it's like now my tummy is like wanting things. It has needs and wants. Another one of these guys, and I will make indeed a little indicator, a little thingy that says there's a fella right here. 2 burgers, no side. You know, that's valid. That's valid. A second burger as a side. That's like, you know, you play some Payday 2. Your primary is a shotgun, and then your sidearm, another shotgun. I respect that. A burger royale, man. And I hold an iron reign. There you go, man. It says I rule this with an iron fist. With an iron dick. Another portal, by the way. He wants to talk now. Why do you and Cheekers want this chroma so bad? Now, what does he want the chroma with? Cheekers wants it for sure, but I don't know what this guy wants it for. It's pronounced chroma. A double cheeseburger and a side of a single cheeseburger. So you have, like, the big bro, little bro. I respect it. Milk before the cereal. Oh, that is rough. That is rough. Milk before cereal is pretty rough. I know folks that swear by it, but I'm over here like, man, you're gonna obviously end up in a situation where you have, like, a mismatched amount of milk to cereal ratio. What if that shit spills? Like, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. Like, when you pour the stuff in, it's gonna splash. Like, I know. I'm not one to shit on this or make it sound like one is correct, but I just can't see it. Milk first, I just can't see it, man. Dual shotgun, it works. It works really good. Yeah, you want the primary to, like, do the big damage dealing and the secondary sidearm as the smaller shotgun. It fucking works, man. It fucking works, man. Go for the McDub and then the quarter pound, dude. Quarter pound, yeah. I don't usually get burgers from McDonald's. Part of it is that I worked for McDonald's for like 2 years. My junior, senior years of high school, I worked there a whole lot. So I had my fill, needless to say. So I don't usually get the burgers, but sometimes I will splurge for the nugs. Sometimes the nugs will get me. Or the McChicken. Because as a economically inclined consumer, you get that value menu, man. You get that, I guess it's what, $1.29 now? Or whatever it is now. It used to be the dollar menu, but how times have changed. But still, like $1.29 for a McChicken. Get like one, or if I'm feeling real adventurous, 2 plain McChickens. Oh, mama. You're right, Meerkat. That is indeed nutworthy. That's right, man. That's right. That's right, man. That's right. The Wendy's shit. There you go, man. Just firework in there. I do love me some Wendy's. The problem is we don't have any Wendy's nearby, so I don't go there nearly as often. Same with Arby's. Is it 129? Let me look up what it is, because I'm actually not too sure. It was higher than what I thought it was. I think it's not 129 anymore. I think it's higher than that now, actually. I think it used to be 129 for like a long time. Well, for the longest time, it was a dollar menu. But I think that has changed. But I don't know what that is now. I'm like looking it up real quick, but they don't have the prices listed. Hey, give me that value. Yeah, value menu. Here we go, McChicken. Yeah, what is it? Does it have the price? Yeah, buy one for $1 additional. Like if you have like one thing that you've bought. No, but what is it on its own though? I can't seem to find it. That makes me sad. It doesn't actually have the price listed on its own. They just have like information about it. The full menu in the app. Oh, you have to. Okay, you can't even look at it on the browser menu. Right. Okay, I have to look at it on my phone. All right. So whatever it is, it's. I don't think it's 129 anymore. I think it's something like 179 or something ridiculous. Here we go. Fairnight says, "Peep your DMs, Alex." I'm gonna guess that you mean like in Discord, right? 10 packs of White Castle. Yeah, man. Yeah. White Castle is like the original quantity over quality kind of fast food joint. And I mean that with no malice in my heart. I enjoy a nice White Castle experience. But yeah, that was the OG. And I guess still is. You like, give me a bunch of Sammys and I don't care. And I don't wish to spend much money. And I don't care about what this will do to my stomach, to my body. Dave's Double? I don't think I'm familiar with it. Oh, is that, Dave's Double. Yeah, what would Dave's be? Is it Dave and Buster's? I could maybe see that. McChicken is $329. Probably 3.29, yeah. And then another $4. Yeah. But that's like the meal. Well, no, that wouldn't be the meal, yeah. Crap, see, now I want to look it up again. Yeah, how much does... I'm sad that they don't have it on the website. But maybe there's other sites that list it. No, not for a meal. I'm looking for like, tell me just how much the thing on its own is. The value menu. It's so frustrating they don't say it on the website. That's such a bizarre thing. Like looking around, surely there's something that says here's what it costs on the value menu. And I don't mean like as a meal thingy. Like, it's like they're embarrassed. It's like they don't want to tell us because they know it's going to make us sad. So they're trying to avoid breaking our hearts by just not telling us this information. McChicken, read more. It says $3.10. I don't think it was quite that much. I think it was like... I want to say maybe it was $2. It definitely wasn't $3. Yeah, Shockfire says it's $3.29. It definitely wasn't $3 when I went. Now, granted, the last time I went was like 3 months ago. So I guess it could have gone up again since then. But I have a sneaking suspicion that's probably not the case. By the way, Fahrenheit's got me the goods. I'm curious what the screenshot's going to be. I'm not going to share the screenshot. Okay, no, I will share the screenshot, like you said. Make sure it doesn't reveal anything. Now, of course, considering that these are... I'll do one of these, that way I'm not revealing anything. So, these are, of course, Canadian dollars. So there is like a scaling up that happens. But still, $7.99 for a Big Mac. McDouble being $4.49. I want to say when I went, it was like $2. Maybe two something, like $2.19 or $2.39 or something like that. To get that McChicky on the value menu. But, ugh. I mean, and that's, I think, just free item. Fuck you, man. That's overpriced garbage, man. Goddamn. But yeah, how far we've fallen as a society back when fast food used to be cheap and readily available, and nowadays it's at least not cheap anymore. That's for sure. Goddamn. Upsetting, goddamn. What's up, Smokey? Good to see you, buddy. Since we're talking about some White Castle tomorrow, baby. I haven't actually been to White Castle in fucking years. I do enjoy it, but It's, of course, I eat fast food like 3 times a year. I'm very infrequent about my fast food consumption, mostly because I only really allow myself to do it on road trips. Because I'm always like, no, I should just eat food at home because that's healthier and cheaper too, because it's expensive and goddamn it makes me upset. Because that's the value menu, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have to use the app. Yeah, you have to use the app, and you have to like take advantage of like limited time offers. That's kind of what you have to do, honestly. What's up, Hug It Out? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, they just upped it every so often, right? Yeah, it's like they just don't want to tell us because they know it's gonna go up even more and just upset everybody. Appreciate you popping in, bud. It's that Monopoly money pricing. You're not wrong, man. Shockface says, read them and weep, man. I'm curious. It's gonna make me upset. I'm like pre-upset about it. But I'm gonna look. Man. So I'm not gonna show certain aspects of the screenshot on stream rather. But I will show this at least. We'll show this. If I zoom in. Yeah. Yeah, this shit is bananas. And not the funny kind. Not the good kind of bananas. Look at this shit. Man. I'm wondering if it's like a regional pricing thing. Because again, I really don't think I paid quite this much. My single McChicky. Of course, the second one is $1, which is nice. But back in my day, man. That's all it was. It was $1. Ah! It's so upsetting, man. It's so upsetting. And you can't fucking tell me that McDonald's can't possibly afford to sell these things at $1 each. Like, of course, we got to get those profit margins, baby. We got to keep those investors happy. Infinite growth forever. It's so wonderful. Like, I know in my heart of hearts that they're passing the expense onto the consumer. They can't just eat those costs. Fucking hell. I'm not mad. I'm not bitter. Vegeta flipping me off. Yeah, I mean, I deserve it. Oklahoma onion burger and a White Castle style. Ooh, oh, now what is an Oklahoma onion burger? Unless we're talking about like the burgers from White Castle that have like the little onions inside of them. Take me to the phone. I think I have a couple of those apps on my phone. I think I have a few of those. I did go to Dunkin' Donuts that one time a few weeks ago for the Extra Life Marathon stream, and the $5 that I got with like store credit or what have you was through the app. So they got me on there. They got me wrangled into the app on that guy. They got me there for sure on that one. But yeah, I usually try to avoid those things if I can help it. I think I probably have the McDonald's app on here somewhere. I'm sure I do. I'm sure I got it rattling around here somewhere. I try not to, again, I just try to limit my exposure to fast food as much as I can, but sometimes it's inevitable. It was $2.50 Canadian, yeah, back in 2012. Yeah, when I was working at McDonald's, for sure it was $1. I think it first went to like $1.19 or $1.29 around the time I was in college. And that would have been like, I graduated college in 2011. So somewhere around 2010 was when things started to get up. And of course, 2010, 2008, we of course had the great, what they call the Great Recession here in the States. So that probably had some part of it too. The chicken rent, that's right, Chuck, that's right, man. When it's cooked with the onions. Oh, that sounds amazing, Fahrenheit. It's called Oklahoma style. 421 at Wendy's. 2 junior bacon, 1. Oh my gosh. Absurd. That's absurd shock value. I mean, it sounds amazing, but I'm mad for now me for the goddamn prices we have now, dude. Good fucking lord. Got them thin onions. I do love onions. I do love onions in and on a lot of things. Was it just the States? I assume a lot of places got affected by it. I know here in the States we got hit by it for sure. I assume it hopefully it wasn't as bad for you guys, since a lot of it was down to like was caused like by real estate bubbles, that kind of thing. A real estate bubble going out of control, and our federal government having to bail out a bunch of like lenders and shit like that. It was like a whole fucking thing. It was worse for you guys? Oh shit. Because I was hoping that because it was a lot of it, not all of it, was a lot of it was tied to like real estate shit and loans being lent out when they shouldn't have been. I was hoping it would have been somewhat contained, But yeah, there was like there was like connections, and that's the thing. Like, it makes sense there would be downstream effects that I'm definitely ignorant to for sure. But I just kind of figured it probably affected a lot of our neighbors and trading partners for sure. But I'm not surprised that it affected you guys. But it's shitty that it was worse though. That's extra shitty. We got Farce in the house, by the way. We're talking about Borgers. We're talking about Borgers, and we're talking about the Great Recession of the circa '08 time frame. So being sad about current burger prices, and also being sad from previous and current economic strife. A whole bunch of it. Yeah, that does make sense. So it's like especially pronounced in those areas, I'm sure. We just kind of got used to it. You know, that's kind of what happened here too, as much as I hate to say it. It's one of those where like the recession happened and some aspects of the economy normalized, but a lot of aspects of the economy, everyone just kind of was like, well, that's the new baseline now. So there's definitely that feeling of the before that 2008 debacle and now. Or not so much before and now, just before and after. And we're all just kind of living in that world. Yeah, we all know exactly. We all know exactly what it is, man. Shock value. So that's right, shock value, because you're in the Pacific Northwest. That's right, man. Except the super rich folks. That's right. Well, again, Fahrenheit, think about the poor, starving billionaires, right? Think about the poor, suffering billionaires. Think about the investors, bro. The investors, man. The stock price. Infinite growth forever, man. Appease the investors at any cost. I'm not bitter. I'm not mad. Nope, not at all. Time for a good old guillotine. Listen, I'm not one to advocate for violence, but I am one to advocate for being busy that day. And when it's like, oh, Alex, why didn't you try to stop the? Okay, I probably shouldn't say whatever I'm about. I shouldn't say what I'm thinking. I don't want to get in a TOS. But yeah, why didn't you stop this radical action, Alex? I was busy. I had to wash my hair. I had an appointment. You know, it's like, oh, I was conveniently able to look the other way when a TOS violation were to occur. Yeah, exactly. But think of the billionaires, right, who gained millions of dollars. I'm not bitter. If I say it enough, it'll come to fruition, right? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If I say I'm not mad, if I say I'm not bitter, loudly and frequently enough, it'll come true. That's right, man. That's right. The year the Star Wars, the first movie happened. Well, it's about time. About damn, we brought them back. Bringing it back, baby. Bringing it back old school. Good lord. Good lord. Sweet, he's just like us. Jesus fucking Christ. And it's just on the shelf. It's one of those where he was like, how do I make myself more relatable? How do I appeal to the common man? And then somebody was like, here's a thing that the poors eat. And he was like, yes, I'll have this in the foreground. No, the background. That's what normal people do. I'm so quirky. Good fucking lord. He's shit at video games. Oh my god. I'm not bitter. Again, if I keep repeating it, it'll work. Like, I'm laughing, but if the reason I'm laughing is because if I wasn't laughing, I'd be, I would have, you know, the thing where it's like in movies when like it's like a really emotional situation and the mascara is running for the ladies, like their mascara is running. It'd be like an ugly cry mascara running kind of thing for me. It'd be shameful. Has Bezos done any like fucky shit with him? I don't know. I mean, he buys like a mega yacht every couple weeks, I think. So I don't fucking know. I turn my brain off to that shit as much as I can. It has presence. It's efficient. Meanwhile, the humble wood chipper, a flair for the pizzazz, and makes some fun noises. Probably not like I would know. That'd be fucking weird. Yeah. Yeah, there's all these ways. All these beautiful ways, man. Gabe has a... Yes, he does. He also has a... Yeah, a fleet of yachts, as I've come to understand. We got Black Magic. What's up, buddy? He says, I turn off my brain up when I'm here, which is honestly for your best bet. That is a self-preservation technique. Minimize brain activity while you are viewing the stream. That is for your self-preservation. This style of cover, yeah, that's the thing, Shock. It's one of those where like, we as Twitch users, we are all bound by the TOS, so it's like I don't want to. It's like, no, am I advocating for violence? Of course not. Wink. So it's one of those. It's one of those where I'm like, listen. I know. Any Twitch moderators tuning in? We're all fine. Everyone's on their best behavior. Nothing's bad. Everyone's happy. No one's in a desperate situation. It's good, man. It's good. Got some new goals. That's awesome, Black Magics. I did see your post in the St. Louis Discord, the Twitch St. Louis Discord, Black Magics, about the school stuff. Got that Dean's List, baby. That's what's up. That's awesome, man. Black Magics has been killing it on the personal growth front. He's been doing this fitness regimen. He's been going back to school. He's been fucking killing it, man. And that's incredible, man. Truly incredible. Just, yeah, exactly. There you go. Smart man, Farsight. Smart man. Because there's enough other fucky shit to distract from the other questionable things. It all works out. It all works out. I have full confidence. Just like how I have full confidence in my ability to play the video game. Meerkat, by the way, says, remember that time, small shell, big fuck? Who could forget? Who could forget small shell, big fuck? Get that bachelor's degree, 70 pounds. That's amazing. And Black Magic's like, without revealing too much about you, you've never been like a huge dude. Like, that's we know individuals that are. This is not just, again, with no malice in my heart. We both know a couple like big dudes. You were never a big dude, so like 70 pounds is incredible. That is incredible and a testament to like a fuck ton of work on your end, man. That's a lot of weight. And it's a lot of weight for somebody who was never like, you were never like big. It was never like, oh shit. Like, I know people, and I am related to people where 70 pounds is like a lot of weight, but like, relatively speaking, you might not notice a whole, like that much necessarily. Like, you would notice, but it was not like, holy shit. So like, that's like what Black Magics has pulled off is truly incredible. That's fucking transformation shit. No, I'm not talking about you, Tug. No, actually, same kind of thing there. Yeah, like same kind of idea. It's like none of these people that we're talking about are like big people. But no, without like, naming names or like, doxing anybody or anything or anyone's body type. It's a thing I'm not really at will to, just put out there. But yeah, I just knowing what I know about Black Magics and like hanging out with him on a number of occasions, it's like 70 pounds is incredible. That's a lot of work, a lot of discipline. Good fucking lord, man. Good fucking lord. Yeah, that's incredible. 285 to 213. Whoo, mama. That's awesome, man. And I know that shit ain't easy. That shit ain't easy, and it's exhausting. And also, you got a kid, and you got you got family stuff, you got work. It's one thing if you have like, if you don't have as many obligations and other like things to distract you, where you can like dedicate more time and energy to these things. So finding like carving out time to do all that while still keeping up with hobbies and having family stuff like that, that is incredible. Just incredible. Yeah, doing it out of proper ethic and school. Yeah, going back to school too. Like, good fucking lord, man. Like, is there time to sleep and any of that? Good lord, man. Down 80 pounds in 9 months. Wow. That's incredible, Fahrenheit. Yeah. And again, without getting into your business, that just I saw the comment where it said there was a health situation. So, I'm not at liberty to like, pry or ask what went down. All I'll say is I hope you're doing okay. I hope things are good now, at least. But that sounds like it was potentially unpleasant. 18 hours, man, oh man, that's a full-ass load. What is it to be considered full-time? I guess it depends on which university or which college. I think in mine it was like 13 or 15 was considered full-time at the college I went to. It's 12, so yeah, you're going above and beyond the Call of Duty, man. That's amazing. Said we good, baby, we good. I'm glad things are good now. I'm glad things are good now, Farsight or Fahrenheit. I get the two. I saw Farsight's comment as I was talking to Fahrenheit. Just get the midnight jorculator. There you go, man. It jorculates your entire body, not just the part you think. It jorculates the fat right out of you. What What about yeah, some kind of combination. What about the rap group? Far Side. You can see it, yeah. That's amazing, man. Yeah. I won't show it on stream, but I will do a quick looky-loo. Yeah, you can definitely see like the difference on like the silhouette for sure. Yeah. People talk about when they go through that kind of transformation, like the kinds of things you don't expect, like the things you notice kind of after the fact, and oh, he says show it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Bam. There we go. Look at this handsome devil. Look at this handsome devil. Amazing. Amazing. Also, like, you know, he's got in the other pic, he's got like the big scruffy beard. We can definitely see the difference for sure. Be proud of it, man. That's right. You know how it is, Black Magics. It's like, you don't want to just like, here's a very personal thing that someone's sharing. It's like, let me show it for everyone to see. You know, you want to be considerate of these things. Yeah. It's just like, that's why you had the beard back in the day. Not anymore, no. Now it's nice and clean. Clean and well kept. Gotta pump those clumps out. Oh, man. I'm proud of it. As you should be. As you should be. Got to do well. Wednesday Addams. Wednesday Addams is known for being, you know, not exactly a what's the word? What's the word? I don't know. A fairly rail thin kind of character, honestly. Wasn't even when you were at your heaviest, yeah. Yeah, no, I like I said, I remember it's been a while. It's been a while, but I do remember, yeah, the before times for sure. Can definitely see the difference, man. You did great. He says, no, that's Fahrenheit. Actually, no, that's Black Magic's. Do I want to see the costume? All right, so the picture we just saw is Black Magic's. Fahrenheit, again, same kind of thing here. It's like, I won't show it unless I get explicit permission. He says, feel free to show it. He says, there's no address. It's just, you know, when it comes to your likeness being on screen, you know how that is. You know how that is. That's fucking incredible. So the first one was Black Magic's. This is Fahrenheit. And he's got that gender bent Wednesday Addams, and he's fucking killing it, baby. That's fucking incredible. That makes me so happy. That makes me so fucking happy, man. From a 44 to a 34. That's amazing, dude. Looking great, dude. I love this. I love this. Happy Halloween to all of us. And this was pretty recent because it was Halloween just last year. And this hair, and the hair, man, that's some long ass hair. It's just that took 6 years. Oh, I wish I could grow long hair like that, but my fucking receding hairline, has other plans for me, unfortunately. Amazing, man. Amazing. Shit was going down past my ass, he says. That's right, that's right, Farsley. That was awesome, man. Appreciate you guys being willing to share these things with us, because I selfishly am enjoying this a whole bunch, man. He says, if you have a beard, everything's fine. If you have a beard, everything's fine. Well, that's a relief. And we'll see. We'll see, like, in a year or two from now how things are looking. I have a size 15. I wear, like, a size 8.5, maybe. Maybe 8.5 if I'm lucky. I'm a 5'3" small little fella. Oh, did I say Farsight? I meant Fahrenheit. If you would just choose to not have similar screen names, Fahrenheit and Farsight, goddammit. It's like I have to like make sure I'm like thinking fully which name to say. Yeah, a tall glass of water. We call that a tall glass of water where I come from. Speaking of which, just read the screen, Alex. The number of times where I'll do like a very quick look. And I'll see like a few characters of a screen name, and I'll see the characters, and I'll see the color, and I'll just assume. And that works a lot, but yeah, there have been times where it's like, oh shit, wrong person. It's weird too, because this screen name color that I see in the Twitch chat preview that I have on my screen does not match the actual Twitch chat sometimes. So that also throws things through the ringer. And you know my name. I do. But that's another thing. Like, sometimes I try to be like mindful about that as well, and not just be like, it's not obviously a doxing, but like just blabbering someone's first name. I don't know. Some folks are different about it, but I know Alias refers to you by your first name all the time. Went down 50 pounds without even trying. That's incredible. Was trying to put weight back on. Interesting. Yeah, it's odd that that happened without even trying Game Trade. I do wonder what was going on there. Check the Discord. There's a poll. Oh, I saw there was conversation about a potential thing. I didn't see a poll though. That's good to know. I will have to look at that. That sounds good. I have a LinkedIn. Yeah, I've had a couple streamer buddies be like, "Is this you?" Not like the traditional like, you know, somebody like posting something weird on Twitter, but being like, "Oh, hey, is this somebody masquerading as you?" And I'm over here like, "Yes, that's me." So, I'm not hard to find. I'm fucked either way. Yeah, that's how I feel Fahrenheit. It's like, yeah, this is just how it is. Just how it is. Yeah, I saw that post. I must have missed the link though. I'll have to look into that. Because yeah, if we're talking about doing some in-person stuff, that would definitely be attuned to my interests. So I'll make sure I answer the poll. That way I'm committed. That way I'm committed and I'm involved. Kind of wonder, is there a person? I know sometimes if you do the @ thing in the Twitch chat, it'll like give you a link to their Twitch profiles. Like, is there somebody whose screen name is literally @everyone? Well, anyway, this is all very good. I'm gonna play the game a little bit longer, but this is all good stuff. But I do appreciate everyone like doing like a bunch of cool like sharing of personal developments and personal growth and just other fun things. I like that. It's fun. Got to celebrate those dubs, man. Celebrate the dubs and join in on the hijinks and shenanigans, and also slight allusions to guillotining rich billionaires. Love all of that. I'm a big fan of all those things. It says, imagine if every memory had its own a little organism, or was its own organisms, and I'm guessing that's what these things we're collecting are. Kill the demon, you take the chroma, the little giblets they drop, everything it did in life. So the bigger and more accomplished the demon, the more globules it will drop. The chroma. I'm going to sort through that junk. Some of it is useless, but some of it can be turned into powerful artifacts. I don't want power, I just want these legs, bro. What do you think the legs are made of, though? Made of the souls of the damned. That's right. So I'll deposit these, which means I'm just a little bit shy in being able to afford that 500 affects increaserization. Don't need some kind of like parry or reflect ability. I'm gonna make a note and say there's another fella here. Well, exclamation points are basically meaning some kind of enemy that I can't deal with just yet. That is what we're doing. One up there. I think I made that one marked clear. I think I already went in that ways. Did I already go in here? Maybe? Can I swim down? We can swim down. Can I, like, jump up? Not really. I was thinking maybe there was a wall climb, but no dice. The, Brazilian drug dealers game. That game was bananas. Radioactive Piss Room. Yeah, that game was hilarious. In ways that were, of course, intentional, but also probably some that were very unintentional. Well, maybe not unintentional, but in a non-standard way. It was a very non-traditional shitpost, funny pee-pee-poo-poo game, and it was very silly. Permanently increased, so they're painkillers, taking a page out of Max Payne's book. Oh god. Oh god. That might be a sign to get the fuck out of here. I don't know if I can deal with those fools. Heal. Is a full heal, which is nice. There was one thing I'd like to maybe grab, but I'd rather not get my entire penis eaten if I can help it. Oh, never mind. I saw the light and I thought that was an item. Am I dumb? I thought that was like a piece of paper or something. Alright, so we'll just say we'll come back for that later. That's something... Oh, map unavailable. We'll say that's something for later. Presumably we'll get some kind of underwater attack ability. Marker there as well. We're just filling up our map with all kinds of stuff. We got Elgasso in the house. What's up, Elgasso? We're playing some Possessors. Cool little Metroidvania kind of game. Same developers as Hyper Light Drifter, by the way. Developers Hyper Light Drifter and Hyper Light Breaker and a couple other cool games. I think there's one other game by theirs by them I've not played. We've played a bunch of them for sure. over here. Little fellers. We're just juggling for a little bit. Now, I think we've already been here. There's the terminal. I do like the I guess it's their blood, but it looks very orange. Bleeding orange paint, orange juice. I do like that emote. I do like that emote. Maybe that's what's happening for some of these guys is we're popping their asses. So we have, I think we have the lunchroom key, don't we? Check. Have the lunchroom key, so we got the goods. Unique encrypted security key. Anything else around here? I think probably not, so we need to go back up. Get the heck out of this guy. Get that shit out of there. And I think we're going uppies. This one right here. Now, did I also go here? Yes. I think we explored this one fully. In fact, I know we did. Room key. Alright. Computer terminal. Do I get to learn how to read? Looks like it's got Windows 98 on it. Nice and old school. Actually, I think they said this game takes place in the 90s, I think. Employee location scan with errors. So 2 employees detected. Executive boardroom and executive park welcome center. Tell us where they are. I'm going to guess that's probably going to be our first boss battle, or boss battles, maybe. We can get past the weird reflector boys, reflector projectile fellers, then we might be in good shape. 4 areas scanned with errors. Okay. Sanzu Memorial High School, Rancho Mirage Flats, Infinergy TM Shopping Center, and Aquamax Shipping Terminal. Top of the skyscraper, there's somebody. Now, are they a good guy or a bad guy? Probably a bad guy, let's be real. Let's get real, that's the expectation here. Woo. And now I'm up here. I could drop back down if I felt so inclined. Little poster action. Happened to my family, by the way. Our demon fellow seems to think they're all dead. D-E-D dead. We want to know what exactly took place, though. Saw them seal the city. Humans were trying to get out, but the gates were shut. Some might have gotten out. Trying to help you, bro. Does he think I haven't lost any demon fellers? You're just a monster. You don't even understand, man. Listen, I do understand. I may be a demon, but I'm not evil. And then it's like, okay, well, actually. I was wondering if he was going to hit us with some kind of line like that. Of course, always seek out these boxes of stuff whenever you see them. I was going to break that shit. That's usually a pretty good source of the chroma. Oh, and that crushes them. Yeah, good to know that crushing damage works both ways. We can get crushed, and the bad guys can get got. Get over here. Ah. Oh, he got fucking booty blasted. I don't know if it killed that guy. I think it did, because I just picked up some random stuff. You know that there is friendly fire, at least for some enemy attacks that they do. Found a cell phone. It's a special weapon. Shocks enemies in a radius around the player. Does high knockout damage. Now, if I do regular Y button, we do the computer mouse. If I do Y and up, we do cell phone. I'm actually going to make that. I'm going to make the up one be the computer mouse one, because you have to press up. Or rather, the computer mouse always, you fling upwards anyway. Whereas this one is in a radius around. That's more of like a neutral kind of direction. Gonna see what it looks like. Pretty cool. Nice little AoE. Of course, I can't spam it because it does take a while to recharge. This. whatever it is, I can't reach it, and I can't, like, wall jump to it. Oh, there's even a thing for it, I think. It's a checkpoint. Huh. Interesting. Oh, no, never mind. That's something else. So I'm gonna make a note for whatever that thing is. I'll give it the star icon. Just because I don't know what it is. Yeah, again, the map in this game is kind of weird. It's not overly detailed. It's better than nothing, I suppose, but not what I would call overly generous. Can I yank him? Yeah, there we go. This guy can yank his ass. Ow. I should have dodged sooner. Oh, shit. I always lasso myself to those guys if I need a quicker kill. Now I could... I was actually wanted to lasso to him. Oh, shit. Get over here. Yeah, get launched, idiot. Get juggled, idiot. That is very satisfying, pulling that off. Yeah, because you can lasso to them. A little bit tricky with another lassoable spot right next to him. Oh, I thought that would lower, like, raise that one up. But it lowered that one down. Let's actually raise that back up for a moment. I wanted to grab that while it was moving. So the other guy got booty blasted. I don't know if he got killed though. That is satisfying to watch that happen. I keep saying it, but the game is really, like, really slick. And I don't know, I'm really enjoying myself. I was expected to be underwhelmed by this game, because I saw that a lot of the reviews for this game were not overly glowing. There was a lot of, like, the game is kind of undercooked. That was, like, the main critique by a pretty wide margin, that the game is undercooked. And, I mean, sure, maybe there's a couple, like, very small number of things I've seen that could have maybe used a teensy bit more polished. Like, a couple of animations that like, when you're pushing the table, like, that was probably an unintentional... Oh, that was my bad. Probably, like, an unintentional thing, but, like, when you were pushing that table earlier, it looked funny. It was like, funny looking, but it was very clearly not an intended behavior. But, I don't know, I think the game, like, feels really good to play. Like, the controls feel great. The combat flows very well. It's not overly complicated, and maybe that's part of it. Maybe some folks were hoping for something more. But I'm really enjoying myself. This is really cool. So one of these fellers, I'm making a note. And by note, I mean leave an icon thingy. Ow. It's like, well, I realize I need to do this again. Kind of toggle that. Something up at the tippy tops. Woo! Okay, I gotta kill that guy. Yep. Got his ass. I don't know if he dropped anything, though. That's kind of strange. Usually they drop something. Something for our troubles. Oop. What's up here, other than spider fellers? Oh, yeah, you would fall off the edge like a dumbass. Nothing, by the way. Nothing else is up here. I thought maybe there'd be something. If I raise this thing up... guess we could try it. Where is the other terminal thing? I don't know if I'd be able to raise it up as the thing. This is allegedly going to be near where that other checkpoint is, whatever that might entail. Oh, this guy. Okay, so when it's red... Oh, I understand. Okay, I thought maybe when it was red it was unactivated. No, when it's red it means it's nearby, but it's not... like, active right now. The green one is the one you're standing next to, basically. Yeah, I always thought green meant it was, like, active versus not visited yet, basically. Do I get to keep these legs after we're done? I did skip some details during our little agreement. Are they loner legs or what? As after when we're done here, I'm sure you can do whatever you want. I'm not staying here. Good luck with that. Will they freak out about my legs? Good luck leaving the city at all with the seal that's in place. The quarantine and whatnot. They'll eventually gas the city to purge anyone that's left. It's probably a way out. You're free to search for one after we're done here. Stuff away. We're at 6:15, so I could use a little something something. The thing is, we just don't have any other affixes to affix. No use just yet. Hoop. Oh, I mean, sure. We're gonna do this little by little. Good. Kill. That's probably gonna be more where that came from. Oh, okay, that's fine. I can jump to that in a moment. Eat your heart out, Simon Belmont. There was something way up top, but I don't have, like, the juice. Jump quite to that spot. Quite have what it takes to make that jump. There's the one little energy thingy. Anything to the right? No, there's not. Oh, shit. Whoop. Yeah, try as I might. Whoop. Yeah, not even close. B is the dodge button. Woo. Guys, that'll probably raise up another platform. Thing in here? Yes, another computer terminal where you get to learn about the world and its denizens. Kids on the roof again. They were spitting over the edge, but and the wind blew some of it onto the conference room. Gross. Thought it was a bird taking a shit. Call security right away next time you see them. It's embarrassing this has gone on for so long. Goddamn hooligans, he says. A riffraff. The fella up at the tippy top. He's out of there. So I'll go and activate this now and ride this thing all the way across. There we go. This thing. And that did... Oh, that maybe sent it back. Oh. Now we're exploring. And purple. I wonder if that's a thing we can, like, break on through to the other side. Tried to run, tried to hide, of course. But yeah, I'm wondering if that's, like, a thing we can, like, if you had some kind of ground pound move, you can break through the ceiling, or break through the floor. Because we've seen some of those spots previously. They give off a similar, like, little blue, like, glancing off of it aura. That little color thing that pops in that indicates you ain't doing shit. No chatting right now. Pause to the goods. We still need this thing's heart. Oh, wait, hold on. Ability unlocked. Okay, cool. Because, yeah, it said we were looking for this thing's heart. Or at least one. We saw something similar to this guy. Oh, I think I understand. So, earlier when we learned how to use the whip, it wasn't that we learned how to use it. And we were good to go. It was that like gave us the ability. And that is the heart we're extracting from these things. That's the whole deal. It's the equivalent of the Chozo statues from Metroid. Cool. So it was, yeah. So it's, what did they say? Hold it or just press it? Yeah, it's either way. You can't hold it for very long. Limited time parry. Although it seems like a pretty generous timer. It's like half a second almost. Be nice. Some parries are, you know, frame perfect, obviously, in some games. There we go. Blows his ass up. And there we go. So now we indeed know how to deal with these fellers. This will unlock some shortcuts for us and, of course, lead on our proper next destination. I'll make it up to there. Pretty cool. You can do, of course, parrying in the air. What if they attack? Of course that makes sense. I was more thinking like, yeah, can I like parry a melee attack? I just want to see what it looks like. Ow, ow. I said the timing was very generous, and I'm still fucking it up. There we go. His explosion hurts the other guys. That's cool. There we go. And it just takes the one. Not too bad, not too bad. Got slapped around a little bit. Get these little glimpses of the big old seal in the background. Always a reminder. Always something there to remind me. I can take that path, and I will in a moment. Looks like something you'd see out of Cyberpunk. The anime or the video game. The batteries they make. They don't summon demons with portals. What's in the giant vault in the basement, then? It's where they store their money, maybe? I don't know. We can go that way. I'm gonna see what's in this other path, though. Oh, it's one of these things. Alright. Convenient the store was left open. Is this their offices, I guess? We found their orifices. Are you another human? A human person? We don't see a lot of those, man. Is it a boss battle? You best believe your titties it's a boss battle. I'm beating up on your briefcase. Don't you feel lame and silly about that? You should. Okay, let's do a little heal action. Oh, shit. I want to see about, like, parrying a melee attack. What about these things? I can parry those. Yeah, get fucked, idiot. Fuck. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a thing. Right. Ow. Ow. Oh, too early. Oh, shit. A little heal action. Well, I have just those two. Might have to try this guy a couple times before I get his ass, but I bet we can get him. Oh, maybe I missed on that one. Boop. It was enough to knock his ass down. Oh. Almost. Ooh. It'd be really cool if I could kill this guy first time. Oh, fuck. So close, man. I was thinking maybe if I could use the lasso to stun him. So much for getting him first try. That's okay. If we almost got him first try, you know we're getting his ass second try. And of course, this time I'm going to go in with a full health bar and a full set of heals ready to go at a moment's notice. I like how on the map it shows where you previously died. There's our corpse. Just like in Dark Souls. It's just like Dark Souls. I wouldn't exactly call this game a Souls-like, but there are aspects of this game that are adjacent, maybe even common with the Soulsborne formula. Right, we're gonna get his ass. And then you have to kill your old corpse to get all the stuff you dropped on death. Not that there was very much of it. Killed your briefcase. Don't you feel sad? You should. Shit. Alright, so you can indeed parry a melee attack, and when you do, it fucks him up for sure. Yeah, like stuns him for a moment, which is pretty sick. Or in that case, it seemed like it just kind of nullified the attack. There's a good stun. Ouch. See, I'm trying to go too aggressive. There we go. But it's very, easy to chain those things. Oh, look at this. Oh, I was fucking him up for a second there. Go. Another heal. Did. Got his ass. The Berserk Executive. We executed the executive. Oh shit, oh shit! I killed him! He had it coming. I mean, he wasn't exactly human. He was some kind of fucking demon monster thing. I'm glad you fought him and killed his ass. But he was a demon. Isn't that like... wouldn't it make our demon guy sad? He was more like you. He was nothing like me. He was feral. The mindless predator. Fuck him. Killed him quickly, better than expected. And I almost got him first try. Almost. Did you just compliment me? Listen. Sometimes I can be nice. That went by pretty quick. And I feel like a badass. Who maybe we're turning into a demon now that we've had this like taste, this corruption. Maybe we're not so different, you and I. We get Fragment of Suffering. Other fragments to permanently increase health is a grim reminder. Oh, it's a bouncy boy. Get the bouncy boys. I'm trying to like get a look at his painting in the back there, but nothing obvious comes to mind. Burn. Go that way, or you can go up. If I go this way, down this way, it just overlooks where we fought him. Nothing fancy at all. It's because I know what's happening. I'm pressing the wrong like direction. Yep, there we go. And nothing else on that side either. Cool. The game is pretty. Yeah, the game looks very good, and the style is just oozing style. It's a game that like has a great presentation aspect to it. A lot of the reviews for the game were saying the game feels undercooked, and that there are aspects of the game that lack polish. And I don't know if I've really felt that at all. I think I've really been enjoying this, and I mean, everybody has agreed, like, the visual presentation is incredible. But, I don't know, I think the game feels really good to play, so, to be honest, I don't really know what these folks are complaining about, saying the game lacks polish. I mean, again, we've seen, like, a couple of spots that were, you know, a couple, like, very simple things that probably had, like, an unintended effect. But no, I mean, I've seen... When I think of, like, games that are, like, lacking polish, I've seen so much worse. And so much more, like... I don't know. I almost wonder if maybe had their expectations set too high. I think this is very much worthy as being a Devolver Digital published game. It's really good. I'm really impressed here. It is quite different than Hyper Light Drifter. You know, I will say that much. It's very different from the other big game that this developer is known for. Animated on 2 dimensions. Right. Definitely helps kind of give that style kind of feel. And that's the thing, too. It's a very different game from Hyper Light Drifter. Have a different presentation and everything. But, man, I'm really impressed. Oh, a flashback. It's got a corgi. That's before we got turned into a demon creature. And that was right, our buddy Kaz. Just my mom, bro. I do wonder what happened to... Well, we know he got presumably killed, unless he got also turned into a demon. And I guess his mom's name is Bonnie. I was hoping the dog's name was Bonnie. I was hoping. Oh, I thought... Yeah, I misread. Yeah, where it's like the... Yeah, every other frame, right. That kind of like... That kind of animation style, which is becoming a little bit more common in movies and TV shows and video games, I guess. Kind of making it look more comic booky. It's a style that not everybody likes, but I do enjoy it. Remind me how much my grades suck compared to my sister's. I don't care, man. She's interrupting this huge loog. Gross. A loogie. Oh, maybe we were the children that were on the roof being gross and weird. It's over the fences. Spitting off of buildings. What are you doing in my memories, he says. Listen, I possess you, so I'm everywhere. Including my wet dreams? Well, that's unfortunate for you. Your optimism is very funny, but you make bad choices. I should have let you die instead, and let myself die. But we both chose to live. Isn't that how that goes? So we had that little memory here because we see the dog mural. I love it. That sounds good, man. That sounds good, man. Sorry, yeah, sorry you got that that coughing fit. That sounds no good, Meerkat. I know you said you were sick with something not too long ago, so. Hope you get some sleepies and hope you start feeling better, man. It's no funsies. Yeah, a little bit of therapy could go a long way. Well, we are literally possessed by a demon, which might be an issue with you know, some aspects of, well, existing. Big drop. Big drop. Where are we going? Where are we landing? What's happening? I'm scared. Oh, is this the place we were earlier? Map unavailable. I think I recognize this area. Everything's broken down. And 3 years left unattended. Time to honor my end of the deal, so that's where it took. That's what it took, rather. Oh, interesting. So it took 3 years to rebuild her legs using the chroma that he was telling us about. Right. I didn't realize that's what he meant. I thought he meant like this building was left derelict for 3 years. No, he means like from the time of the intro, the prologue basically, to now it's been 3 years. Leave this rotten world. So yeah, is this the same place we were in earlier? Maybe not actually. This looks different. Oh no, it is. Well, maybe. Are the little dudes down here? Yep, they are. Yep. Nope. So we've been here before. A big drop. I was kind of, yeah, that's kind of odd that like the map doesn't really show an enormous drop like I was hoping. We're actually not that far. It is also getting a little bit late. I wonder if I should be wrapping it up pretty soon. We'll go a little bit longer. There's more reflecty boys to murderficate, and I plan to do exactly that. So I will deposit my stuff. He's got something for us. I know, it's only an issue for them, the psych word. Am I getting stronger? Well, he says, I'm helping you become stronger. But I'm better than the feral demons, right? And way stronger than any boring-ass human. Probably take down the guy that killed Kaz. How would you know which one it was? Does it look like it looked kind of like the businessman. Human, but big horns, and just the one horn. Be careful, might not be as strong as you think right now, at least. We're getting there, though. There was one dude down below, and also one up. Whoa, shit. Let's get the guy up top first. Oh, never mind. The one down below, that's the fish fellers. Fish fellers are scary. We have, I mean, unless you can parry in the water, but I don't know that you can. I'm not even sure that would work. Guess we could try next time I'm there, but. I love just watching them run into some kind of friendly fire situation. Bam. Couple giblets. Giblets of upgrade currency. There we go. Got his ass. One more. Oh, one of these guys. Hey, I mean, maybe I'll just kind of let you do your thing, man. Let's wait over here. Yeah! Watching him bounce around, that was actually very satisfying. And our reward is a compound eye. It's an affix. They drop more chroma, but love that a whole lot. We should definitely head back to the merchant then, so we can apply that to something. I mean, I guess I can apply it for now. Something. Oh wait, maybe I can't. I remember if you have to apply those. Oh, swap affixes with the Y button, but these don't even have anything. Right, that's what it is. These don't have affixes right now, but we can place one there though. We can do it. So I'm gonna swap this here for now. What? Do I have to remove it first? There we go. Because the one that like helps you sprint a little bit faster is nice. It's okay, I guess. But yeah, more chroma, that's extra good. Extra good. So we'll eventually want to hit up a merchant for that one. So I'm going to leave that one there. Very heavily implied that I'm pretty sure I put that one there to remind me about the fishies. We're very angry. Right, and then there was another one over this way, which is probably like the big one. It's probably like the main thing. In fact, we know there's some dude over that way. We killed the one human that we knew about. There is fast travel. There's a couple of those reflector fellows over that way. I don't know if it's worth going all the way back there for that specifically. Since this is a Metroidvania, you can tell, like, based on how the regions are colored, there's like different regions, and there's a bunch that's not yet explored in this area. So we'll eventually be back in this neck of the woods anyway. So making a special trip just to explore like these two things and check that one out, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. I think I'd rather go for more the obvious and closer things that warrant our attention. Also, I need to be reminded of that explosion, which does hurts us and also bad guys. A bunch of spiky boys. Woo! And we got that grappling hook. Or it's actually the whip. Testing out the new whip. Memory, by the way. Dr. Costa. Cell 23D. Oh, is that the rat fella? Is that the rat merchant that we know about? Maybe he got evolved by consuming the chroma. Oh, it's Rem. He's naked. Maybe this is one of his memories. Chromatic extraction. You can even see them in the test tubes. We're gonna see him like bust out. Overstressed subject in cell 59R. Resuscitation team on deck. Oh wait. What's this now? On the other side. Uh-oh. One of your memories. I missed everything, man. No, he's very clearly kept in the in their lab. He was one of the ones being experimented upon. Yeah, so our memories are private. Or I'm sorry, our memories are free like open season, but his are private. I see what it is. So we have access to his memories and he has access to ours. Goes both ways, which means we're getting close to the lab. Or maybe we're in it right now, honestly. Is anything out, like, up top? I don't think that there is. Combat shenanigans. Like, I gotta get behind there. I was like, can I get to your underside, to your backside? Just gotta jump over. Whip. Oh, there's two of them. That's actually probably for the best. Oh, I was actually hoping I could, like, stun him. I can still kill him. That works. Shit. Crap, I did nothing. I guess I could... Oh, shit. I was gonna say I could try to get the parry action. Woo! Oh, shit. Oh, I'm fucking dead. Wow, there's a lot of damage. I thought I could take maybe one more hit. That's a lot of damage. Now, the good news is there's a checkpoint pretty close by. I could try to parry, but there's not a super obvious wind-up to some of those attacks. Just kind of have to know the timing. But I'm real close by. Whoop. Woo. Whoa, shit, almost overcommitted. Grab this real quick. Pretty good amount of little globbers. Not that much damage is the thing. Shit, not what I meant to do. Oop. I can't juggle him, nor know what I expect to do. Oh, here we go, yeah. Just show your ass to me right from the get-go. Oh, he can murder his own bros. That's delightful. Not so much for the bros, but delightful for me. Go for the parry. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Not quite. Oh! That's an I mean, damn. I don't know how much health I had. I got hit once. I don't know how much health I had, but damn, that he hits like a fucking dump truck. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't try to be fancy, try to do parries. I should just play it smart. Just try to get around his ass. Get around dead ass. Yeah, it's real fucking hard. Good lord. Been humbled. Get my glorbs. Hope right now getting day glorbs. See, I would have gotten that time. Got his ass. Good. Okay, we'll turn around quickly. The murder's buddy, which is awesome. Love you're into the buddy murdering business. Big fan. I said I wasn't gonna do it. Oh, too early. All right, so it's like 1/3 of the health bar. Oh, that's scary. Oh, I got it because I'm a gamer. Hell yeah. Which is good because I'm kind of up against the wall here, literally. Holy shit. That was a little scary. That was a little scary because I knew I was too far. What I maybe could have done up against the wall like that, I could have maybe like just done one of those. Yeah, but even then, I wouldn't be able to reach. Ooh, a little scary. But we got there. Hell yeah. And cool up here. I think it was just a little battlefield area. I don't know if I can make that leap. Yeah, not quite, not quite. Unless if I like get at the tip. The absolute tip, like the longest possible jump. Yeah, not quite, not quite. Okay. Now we're heading towards this other fella. Whatever that will entail. Fluorescent Park. Ah, new biome found. Spiky fellers. And when I do that attack, I like a little light emits. It's actually kind of slick. I was able to kind of like lasso him into the spikes. Oh no, it was their own momentum. That's what it was. Shit. I say, can I collect those things, pretty please? I couldn't help but notice we were splashing through some kind of orange gloop. And everything's all orangey. Of course, the chroma has like that orange hue to it, so that's probably what permeates all this. Sounds good, man. Got school tomorrow. Yeah, it sounds good, Farsa. Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. Always a pleasure, my mans. Whip. Can I dodge through this? Yes. Just took a second. Can't break that. When you slap into it. Oh, I killed something, I think. Cool. Unexpected. New memory. A new memory. Agrodine is stealing the city. Right. Oh, it's a loudspeaker. Okay. You do not have employee evacuation benefits. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, man. Yeah. You have to... the benefit of being allowed to live. Remain in place and seek shelter. Don't attempt to enter an evacuation zone. It'll seal in 15 minutes. Locking us in here with these things, man. Stay calm. Seal all the gates between the neighborhoods. So we're getting that background that I was wondering about. They watch them kill something. Kill a person, that is. Turn us into coats, he says. Our flesh suits. Outran the security guards. This is easy. This guy's even run motorcycles. These guys are on foot, though. It'll be fine. Narrator's voice. It was not fine. It ended up not being okay. More combat. Can I just juggle? I'm gonna juggle. Bop. Bop. Yeah, they got him. Another. Oh, it's the spiders. Oh, I thought I could maybe interrupt. Ooh, I'm low health. Do a little heal. And back in. Whomst are you? Oh, I'm able to yank you to me. Good. And then a little juggle action. Not juggalo action, though. Ow. Too early. Way too early. Like 300 million years too early, bro. It's very fun to do. It's a little bit tricky sometimes. Once you get that timing down, it's pretty, and like positioning down, it's pretty fun. Oh, can I break this? Can I break these cuffs? Whomst are you? Oh. Hens. Or tents. I'm normal, I promise. I can tell you're possessed, bro. I'm just looking for help, she says. Kill whoever this is and move on. I kill rogue demons. You got them horns. I know I'm possessed. I made a deal with the devil. Or demon. Or whatever. But I'm in control, I promise. You talk to it all the time. Don't tell her about me. Bro, too late. Is that weird? Ugh. I should just kill you anyway. Well, the only other host I ever found that made a truce with a demon... Vanth. Oh, this creature. Interesting. I kill interesting things all the time, she says. Meet me up ahead. I'll be watching you. Why'd you tell her about me, bro? She's mean, but she's a human. She's on our side. I mean, maybe not on his side. Yeah, exactly. The hunter. Hunt the hunter. Sure enough, cannot do this. So there's a cabin up ahead. Yeah, oh, there we go. There we go. We can see it's quite a ways ahead. Very interesting. That'll be our next boss battle, presumably. Ooh. Okay, cool. I had what was necessary to open this. We got a portal. No time to chat, but I will deposit my stuff. Got over 1,000 at this point. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. That being said, it is past 1:30. I think that's a good stopping point. We got a nice little stopping point, or save point here, which is nice. Yeah, I keep saying it. I don't know what the fucking negative reviews were saying about this game. I think they're full of shit. I think this game is really fucking cool. I mean, you know, are there better Metroidvanias out there? Sure. Yeah, like there's Super Metroid. Like, of course, there's Symphony of the Night. Of course, there are better Metroidvanias, but like, I don't know. I think this is a worthy entry in the series. I'm trying to think like of things that would make someone say like, yo, this game sucks. I just don't think I'm seeing it. I think it's a really solid game. The combat feels really like flowy and like I feel enabled. I don't feel like bogged down by the controls or by like having to juggle a bunch of shit, a bunch of complex systems. It's simple, it's easy, but there's enough depth there where I feel like it's interesting. And I don't know, maybe I'm just easy to please. Or maybe, like, people who play a fuck ton of Metroidvanias, maybe they're harder to please. I don't know what it is. But, you know, on Steam, from my perspective at least, don't fucking believe the negative reviews. This game is really good. And the constant theme I was seeing with the negative reviews was that there was stuff undercooked or not finished or not polished. I don't know, maybe there's been a bunch of patches post-launch, because I think this is a really good one. So, a worthy Devolver Digital game, a worthy game made by the same folks as Hyperlight Drifter. So yeah, this was a very fun experience. So I really enjoyed myself, and I would love to continue more of it. To my controller. Oh, I'll just do this way. So anyway, yeah, this is good. This is a really good one. I'm really glad we got to play this. Thank you to Devolver Digital for giving us a review key. We got this directly from the publisher, which is nice. A lot of times we get review keys through Keymailer or Daredrop. In order to stream a lot of the games that we play here, but it's always nice to get something directly from the publisher, not having to go through a third party or anything. You get it right from the horse's mouth. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. So we're going to go and wrap it up here, friends. Thank you for hanging out with us. Had a number of folks pop in, which was nice. Had a couple new first-time chatters, which was nice as well. I should be back tomorrow. Should be back with more games tomorrow. I'm thinking we might go ahead and start that Karma game that I was curious about. Karma, The Dark World, I think is what it was called. I think it's what it's called. as I have a key for that one, and I've kind of been sitting on that one for a while. This is a good week for kind of going back and getting caught up on things I've been sitting on. So Karma, the Dark World, I think we'll start that tomorrow. Death Howl, that's one I've also been putting off. We'll do that later this week as well. There's a couple of short games, Subsurface Circular and Drillbird. I don't know if we'll be able to like do both in a single night, but they're both, I think, fairly short games. I think we'll be able to beat one or the other in a single setting for sure. So we'll see. I'm not going to overpromise. But yeah, Dead Finger Dice and Pale Coins, a bunch of just kind of onesie-twosie games. Not really any of them have like deadlines associated with them, so this is just a good week to kind of get caught up on things. And of course, you know, it's the holiday. The holiday season has ended, and now we're getting into early January. That's where we're all getting back into the swing of things with work and school. We're hitting the ground running. We're like getting back into our routines, for better or for worse. So it means that, you know, I would say there should be still fairly regular streams, but the streams will of course be shorter than they were last few weeks. But if we still have fun stuff on the weekend to look forward to. Still looking forward to more games with the homies on Sunday, as always. Lots of good stuff. And we're going to find a raid target. Let's see who's live right now. Who's live and doing some cool stuff. Plodsky is live. We haven't raided him in a while. Philly is live. We haven't raided him in some time as well. Sinskism is doing some Phasmophobia. That's a great raid target right there. He's always a great raid target. Oh shit, Jorf is doing Neon White. Dude, I haven't had time to watch Jorf in a while. Sinskism is such a cool dude. He was actually hanging out here the other night. I feel like I gotta raid Jorf though. I haven't seen him live in a while, and he's always such a nice dude. In fact, I might even tap him to see if he'd be willing to do some more Cloudheim at some point. I got the impression he probably didn't love the game. I don't think he hated it either. I wonder if I can maybe like wring one session of Cloudheim out from him, because I really liked that game when I played it a week or so ago, and it was only single player, so I'd like to do the multiplayer at some point. So maybe I could convince, maybe I could pull the old Super Hobbit charm on his ass and pull a little something out, but we'll see. We'll see. Here is my socials page. It has all of my links, has my social media accounts that I maintain. It has so things like Twitter and Instagram. Of course, I am live on a lot of places right now. I'm live on Twitch. I'm live on YouTube, live on TikTok and Facebook and Trovo. I'm live on a lot of places, but as you can guess, based on the hoodie, Twitch is the main one, so I do recommend following there for the closest to the chat experience. Of course, that's the primary chat I pay the most attention to. I try to follow all chats, but that's one that inevitably gets the majority of my attention. And I should mention we have the Discord server as well. We have the Discord server. The link to the Discord server can be found in that Linktree post. And if you join the Discord, you could actually put if you wanted to, could participate in our giveaways that we do every so often. Usually I do one like a few giveaways, maybe once every few weeks. We might actually have a few this Friday, but we'll see. There's a couple things I'm waiting on. But if nothing else, there are channel roles that can enable notifications for you. I'll never like do an @ everyone in the Discord unless it's like really important. But generally speaking, you'll rarely get notifications unless you sign up for the channel roles that give you those notifications. So you can sign up to get notified whenever I go live, whenever I upload a YouTube video, or whenever a new giveaway is happening. Also, for the YouTube, by the way, we have the main YouTube channel, which I do stream to, but also a secondary YouTube channel that has everything I've streamed for the past like 5 years. We call it the Archive channel, Super Hobbit Archives. So if there was a stream you missed, if there was anything you want to see more of from previous things I streamed, we have all that and more in the Archive channel. Otherwise, though, Jorf raid incoming. I'll see you guys around. Thank you for hanging out with us, friends. And yeah, this game was great. Possessor's a really solid game. Looking forward to more. Looking forward to Death Howl later this week. Looking forward to Karma, the Dark World. Pale Coins looks great. Lots of great games in our future. Dead Finger Dice looks pretty sick as well. Lots of cool stuff. Y'all have a great night. And I'm going to see you on the Flippy Dippy. I know this is a little bit early. I know this is a little bit premature by about 22 hours. But if you could do me a quick favor and just pretend real hard. Just think really hard. Just think that it's technically Wednesday for this to work, all right? Could you do that for me? Just imagine it's Wednesday.
My dude. It is Wednesday, my dude.